Wait, hang on. What was that question, Furball?
Raise your hand if you've ever had to gaze at meat other than your own.
If you have had to be a designated meat gazer.
Yep.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for showing up.
You son of a bitch, Jared. God damn it. You son of a bitch.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I knew it was happening and I let it happen.
You did.
Oh, God. You know, if I had a camera on this computer, I'd be showing my meat right now just to get Jared demonetized and possibly banned.
I'm not going to show him my meat, but I will dangle my snake.
Oh.
If you do remember,
Wait a second. My wife missed that. Can you show the snake again? There you go. Cool.
Neat.
I still have my snake post-it. So that if Noodle decides to go somewhere, I can put that up and remind myself, oh, look. Snake commentary. About a week ago, after my wife had left, within like the first 3 days, not like left, but went home for the holidays. I swear it's only temporary until it's permanent. Like 3 days after they'd left, I let Noodle out in the morning, let him out, walked around with him for like 10 minutes, put him back in, and then apparently forgot to put the top back on his enclosure.
Oh no.
And I didn't notice for 12 hours.
Yeah.
So I immediately panic and I don't tell my wife because I am not going to admit to my wife I've already lost our snake. So I start texting Karis in a panic because she is also a fellow snake owner. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? For 30 minutes,
Where do I look?
fucking terrified with a flashlight under, around, everywhere. Okay, let me put you down. Don't push any buttons. Let me see if I can go past the keyboard. So I searched for about a half hour and then realized I have a video or a security camera in my living room, which many of you have seen from other odd things in my home. It's like, you know what? I'm going to check that out to see if I can find if he like snuck his way into the living room somehow. And I'm trying to find. So I sit down at my computer. Damn it. Now, where's that freaking picture? While I scroll past the ones I clearly can't show you.
Oh, Karis has been sending you nudes again, huh?
Dick pic.
Karis pick.
Admit nothing.
He's grinning wildly as I say that.
Admit nothing. Damn it, I cannot find it on here. It might not have synced. Or accidentally deleted. But
how many
I'll find it eventually.
How many of those are you and Karis by the river?
I didn't take any pictures of that. Oh, there it is.
No pictures needed.
Yeah, no pictures needed. So let's see if we can share. Present a window. Present my photos. Nope, nothing revealing. So this is me sitting at my desk.
It just wanted a view.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I see the snake now.
Yep.
That would freak me. That's the reason why I don't own snakes.
Now, I texted a buddy of mine at work that is terrified of snakes, and I let him know, and his only response was, "Good luck sleeping tonight."
Yeah.
But after I found Noodle, then I told my wife. Because I was either going to tell her I've lost it and I've given up, or I've found it. Nowhere in the middle.
Yeah, that's an all or nothing proposition there.
Okay, well, let me tell you why I'm petrified of snakes. It's because one of the largest bass that I've ever caught in my life had swallowed a 1.5 foot long water moccasin prior to me reeling it in. And that fucker bit me when I licked the fucking bass. I still have the freaking penetration scars on my hand.
You were penetrated by a snake?
If you have penetration scars, you got bigger issues.
Yeah.
No,
I hear
guess you know you were
penetration and I show up.
Yeah,
No,
Cora.
I actually got bit by a snake that was half eaten by a largemouth bass.
Oh, fun times.
Yeah, I actually have the scars. Carolyn can look. One right here, one right there.
He's like, I want to show you. Let's compare. That's how this starts.
You know the sad
Penetration.
part is-
Again,
the sad part-
depends on the
sad part
site.
is-
We are on the wrong site for that one.
I was
You
gonna
always
say,
have to
you know,
remind me of this.
the sad part is that I've been my wife's alpha, and I'll probably be her omega. But I have
So
more
you're
penetration
admitting to the
than she
split
does.
personalities?
Fully and stuff. That's all I'm saying.
What was that, dear?
I said, just watch your step if you want to be fully in step. That's all I'm saying. She knows what I'm talking about.
Responding to your message, you ish.
Uh,
Nothing too titillating.
Aw,
Uh,
you tease.
no. Apparently, according to a panel member who is currently missing, this is why VTW is a must-watch. And then there's a screenshot of a Twitter interaction.
Oh, really?
mm.
I've actually been trying to get some new meat for you guys.
Wait a.
Ooh.
And you're not used meat. That would be the claim.
Coral, did you hear how we opened the show?
No, I
God damn
didn't.
it.
I literally just arrived.
God damn it, Jared.
Oh
Straight
God!
up
This
fuck you.
It began with a
Furball was
cleverly
asking-
laid trap.
Yeah, Furball was asking who else has gazed at meat that wasn't their own.
Ah.
Did you at least have me pinned so I was like the only thing on screen holding my hand up?
No.
That would have made it better.
Oh, King Crew? We're going to be talking about that in a bit. Crew
Whoa, what?
asked about... So, the Marines, well, the DoD in general, but the video starts out by talking about, and ends with talking about the Marines microdosing on LSD, and how slightly hypocritical it is that the DoD pretty much encouraged it during Vietnam, but now, oh no, you can't do that.
There is that experimental part of it that occurred back in the 60s. Prior to LSD becoming a real problem, and that we needed to understand this. Unfortunately, we chose the dumbest of the dumb, the crayon eaters, to test it on. So, therefore, the rest of us can't get to enjoy it legally.
Well, here's the thing, though. It wasn't just the MK Ultra and other programs that utilized it with approval. Over in Vietnam, they really did not see a problem as long as you still showed up for your watches and still moved along with the rest of your platoon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need to make a new post-it note. An arrow that's up or down. You're my keyboard.
Oh,
So
my God.
put that right there.
So, are you saying that you're planning on enjoying a particular style of beverage to the point that you'll need the reminder?
Given that he's holding it up, yes. The
Well,
answer is yes.
no. He held up a dark liquid with ice in it that was no indication of what is in said beverage.
Crown and Coke Zero. I
can
cannot
hold
get
the
too inebriated or stay up too late because I have to get up and get on a plane tomorrow.
ha 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 ha.
So where are we flying our asses off tomorrow to?
I'll tell you next weekend.
Nah.
To say that it's gonna be hot as balls would be an understatement.
Yeah, probably.
Not hot as balls, but I'll talk to you later, Jared.
No, I was more thinking about the location.
Yeah, well, the location I don't think is still that hot. I checked out the weather, and it's only supposed to be in like the 70s, 80s.
Compared to
I would kill
30s
for
up here.
70, 80 weather.
Yeah, it's true. It's cold as hell up here.
I was actually getting snowfall earlier today.
You
And the-
suck.
I had winter mix a couple days ago.
Well, with the snowfall
suck
here,
too,
the
Nick.
dogs fucking loved it.
In a weird twist of fate, I got sun.
Wait, the sun actually shines in Washington State?
It did today. It was fucking weird.
You know, yeah.
Did you check the thermostat in hell? Because it's probably frozen the fuck over.
Hey, Jared,
Mhm.
check Discord. This is one of the things we're stopping to see.
And prepare for me to
Yell, you
say an
bitch.
exclamation in 3, 2. Oh, you fucking asshole!
Wow.
It would have been better if you'd have yelled, you bitch.
No, that thing is.
And that will not be discussed next week.
Its predecessor has been put to good use, and yeah, you fucking asshole.
I'm waiting for Furball to have to go back on a boat with Biden, or actually a Navy vessel with Biden, and call it a boat again to the captain's face.
Hey, is it still a ship if it's been scrapped?
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
boat now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, until it is still a ship until it is razor blades.
Yep.
There is
Or
no
unless
way
it's
to
a submarine, then it's a boat.
Walking across the deck of that thing felt like I was walking across a beach with the waves in the sand.
Oh, it was
It
that bad. Ooh.
Oh yeah, the entire deck didn't have a flat surface on it.
Yeah, it's
No.
called non-skid, my friend.
Oh no, he's talking about not the flight deck.
I'll be
The
right
others.
back. I gotta go shoot a
Wait, I'm talking about the flight deck.
Oh, the flight deck has
Oh.
non-skid on it, which is
Yeah.
textured for a purpose.
It is,
But
textured.
the undulations are the issue.
Bulges
Try
and
sleeping on
dips.
that. It's not fun.
What was that, crew?
Try sleeping on that. It's really not a whole lot of fun.
Eh.
Yeah, but I bet when you rock and roll, you don't slide off of it at least.
Sure, you don't.
Yeah, but no, for those who may have missed the announcement, the Bonnie Dick has had such extensive damage from the fire that she's being decommissioned.
Dick, what?
He was a great ship.
I'm sorry, I got
though.
distracted.
Yes, the Bonnie Dick, the Bonhomme Richard,
Oh.
God.
is being decommissioned early, way early.
On one of the ramps, walking up from one of the hangar bays, I don't remember. I don't know the layout of it because we had to do stairwells to get up to the flight deck. But it was from one like hangar bay to a higher hangar bay. On the ramp, it had molten slag from melted aluminum running down the deck.
Oof.
Yikes.
That's how hot it got.
Anamorphic mind. From meat to snakes to bulges. VTW in a nutshell.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what
Beat me to it.
Yeah. Do I need to share the tweet again?
Oh, why not? Let's let everyone know where it really started before we went
Okay.
on air.
This was all instigated by Karis and her purple dicks.
Actually, it was someone else on the panel who actually instigated it.
Well, this particular tweet stream was. I don't know if there's a different one that you're talking about. The one that just happened like an hour ago?
The one where the actual go ahead and get your purple wrapped dicks.
Yep.
Yeah. No, see, the initial time I saw the Dix one below it was actually by God's Auditor.
Nice.
Wait, you guys talking about the admiral that got caught stealing a dildo?
And see, I missed this because you know what I was doing before this?
Hi.
I was watching Star Wars.
Hey, so was I.
I know, and I was like, Star Wars or Veterans Talk with it.
Which Star Wars,
Just-
though?
Well,
That's the question.
we started off with Rogue One. I've had a busy day, and right now it's we've been watching it as the series progressed. Right now we're in I think we're on Return of the Jedi right now.
So you're doing the canonical timeline, not released timeline.
It's whatever's on TV right now. We just kind of had it on TV.
I was catching up with Mandalorian, so
I've got
yeah,
up. I've got one episode left.
I haven't watched it at all, so
I'm
no
behind
spoilers.
everyone.
I haven't seen any of the Mandalorian.
No
season.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to spoil
I'm
it for
behind
everybody.
everyone. So
No,
don't even
don't
worry
you
about
dare.
it.
I will mute you all.
I had to step away during Pinar with Damar just so they could talk about it.
I'm that's what I'm saying. I
Which
have
we
like,
proceeded not to do.
Exactly. Because we're not going to spoil it for everybody else. We're not that evil.
I have it on my to-do list.
Evil
though.
as fuck.
Wait. No, you want the epitome of evil? A couple weeks ago on the server, we tried to give people no option but to vote for one thing with the joke of, or we will watch paint dry. And people voted for watching paint dry.
Try. Yeah.
And what do you think we fucking did?
And
Oh my god.
let's also sidebar that because I have been busy with doing NaNoWriMo, so I haven't been able to jump in at all and do any voting or anything. And I finally got a free moment. So I'm like, oh, let me see what the guys are doing. I pop in, and what do I watch? I'm like, what the fuck are we watching?
I have Jared next week for movie night. I have one suggestion that falls outside the realm of scientific or science fiction completely. And you want the definition of evil? This is going to be it. My suggestion for movie night is The Son of the Pink Panther.
Yeah, seen it, but there's worse out there.
There's a lot worse out there.
There is worse out there, but you are difficult to find one.
Aww.
You are completely difficult to find one.
Oh, what a baby.
I lifted up my keyboard and this little asshole scurried out so that I can't put the keyboard back down.
Yeah, he's like, I want attention. Touch me.
Sorry.
Oh, I would rather let my little brother touch you.
Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy.
Aww.
I mean,
Well,
he's
just
not
a baby.
He's not very thick, but he is long.
No. Yeah, he's just a baby.
That's what she said.
Yeah, just stay away from it, Jared.
So be careful.
I've seen water moccasins bigger than that little thing.
Yeah,
He's
that
just a
thing's so
baby.
tiny. He's just a baby.
He's little.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's little.
He's
If
little.
you
Just
step
a
on him with a
baby.
little skull, he wouldn't be a problem to me.
Yeah, and
He's
when
so
he got
cute.
out, what I was terrified was that one of the cats got him.
Right.
Or,
They will eat them too.
or Snowball.
Snow's not here. The wife took Ginger and Snow. All I've got is Chinook. So I've got the blind diabetic husky.
Okay, so yeah, not worried about the dog then.
This is a ball python. Just a regular old ball python. And his name is Noodle because we are very uncreative.
Could have named him Pizza.
What you doing, buddy? What you doing, buddy?
And if anyone gets that reference, I will be amazed.
I don't know what you said.
What?
I missed what you said.
Could have named him Pizza.
Why does
I
it
know-
sound so goddamn familiar? Fuck.
Dennis
I should know
Leary.
this.
Dennis Leary, Lock and Load. The
you go,
names
Peter.
that they wanted, that the kids wanted to name the dog. And not
They're so cute.
We're not talking like an actual dog like what was on screen, but a little Pomeranian that the kids initially wanted to name Pongo.
I'm on my phone. I'm not
Dennis tried to say no.
post a
So
picture to
the
Discord.
other ideas that they came up with in no particular order:
I have
Okay.
pizza,
Go bring Brandel here.
fish, and chicken head.
Yeah, pizza's the best option out of that one.
So the
Brandel
dog's
will.
named fucking
You're up,
Pongo.
you're back.
God damn.
Yeah, Dennis Leary is one of my top 5 comedians of all time.
Yep. Him and George Carlin are my top 2.
Yeah, I saw George in Hawaii.
You're old.
What are you?
I used to like George, but he's just
My top 2 comedians, and I'll age myself with this, are George Carlin and Sam Kinison. Those are my top 2 comedians of all time.
okay.
Are we having connection issues there for ball?
It logged me out.
Did your snake hit the wrong button?
Yep, I think it touched the wrong stick.
It seems like we need to get a snake wrangler in here for you.
I'm sure we will at some point. So, Jared, you're saying that Gallagher is not on the top of your comedian list?
He's top 5.
Oh, man after my own heart.
I like Ron White.
Hey, Jay Brown.
Yeah, Ron White's good.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, my wife's about
Tater
to post
tot.
a picture. Can you put it up on Discord? Or put it up on
Where do I
BTW?
post it?
Just let's see.
There's like 1,000 rooms.
Image don't.
And believe it or not, my server is one of the
She's gonna put it-
more
she's gonna put-
lightly populated.
Sarcastic.
I mean, last count, Team Skeptic had how many individual channels?
Oh God, don't.
Oh God,
Has he
he's
broke?
supposed to be cleaning it up,
Yeah, there's
and he hasn't.
other stuff going
Here you go,
on that
Coral.
have taken priority.
Oh my
Go.
goodness. Oh,
Like learning how to whistle?
what a cutie patootie.
That is my Brindle, half pit, half God knows what, mutt.
Oh, so cute.
Oh yeah,
Our
she
neighbor's
is.
chick got a hold of our girl, and yeah, that's the product.
We got
Mm.
we got 7 dogs out of my 1 dog. So, thank you, my neighbor, for letting your Brindle pit bull out to merge with my fucking dog. This is the end result. This is the one. That's the one I'm actually keeping.
And
That's
my
the one
question is, why aren't your dogs spayed or neutered?
Well, for the longest time, we lived in an area with no dogs.
And they suddenly
So?
got a dog that their kids don't want to take
they,
care of.
yeah, they got a dog that they didn't want to take care of, that they don't want to take care of, they don't want to deal with.
Reduces their chance of cancer if you get so as soon as possible.
As soon as these pups are weaned, guess what happens?
Yep.
Some people believe it ups the chances, but that ain't true.
Yeah.
Here is the blind and diabetic husky, and I think at this point, like 80% deaf as well.
Oh,
It's selective
beautiful.
hearing, not being deaf.
She's only deaf to you. She's not deaf to the women in the house.
I would like to think that, but I honestly think that we are getting really critically close to making a tough decision.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I think the
poor
Brindle,
baby.
I think that Brindle pup that you saw is the pup that we keep out of this litter, just simply because it's another female. And my neighbors are moving within the next 3 weeks, so after Christmas, yeah, I don't have to worry about that. But she
Yeah,
is getting fixed up.
Hang on, I need to reiterate something here. 3 to 7 miles. That is how far a male dog can smell a bitchin' heat.
Uh,
Me
one
too.
yard,
Depending on the dog.
1 yard to 1 mile. That's how accurate I can shoot. Which wins?
Oh,
So,
don't be
Gauze,
like-
how is it?
What's that?
How is it?
It's interesting. It's mild. It's
Ooh,
I don't know.
interesting.
I'm gonna enjoy it, but I probably wouldn't buy it.
I would need to find somewhere that sells that.
Well, it's part of his advent calendar in Washington, so.
Yeah, it's at the Costco in Washington, $60. I'm gonna try and stick with it. I think I can do it, guys.
Wait, if it's part of his advent, are we dealing with the Jewish individual on the server?
No, a lot of people are getting into advent.
No, but
Yeah,
that was
they're just fun.
interesting.
Yeah, sorry.
You just call them like a beer a day calendar if you want.
So here's another thing. Advent is not just a solely Jewish thing. The Missouri Senate of Lutherans also do it.
And it's just like no different than like when you go and, read a book a day or
I knew
watch
I
a
don't
movie a
really
day.
give a shit.
I
It's
know
a
about the Missouri
countdown to
Senate
Christmas, and I'm just
but,
gonna
you know,
drink every day.
Right.
Well, lucky you. I can't. So
Hey,
But
you
for
have
good
your
reason.
internet speeds. I have my beer.
right now I don't have those internet speeds, but I will hopefully next year. But that's beside the point. But still,
what you need to do is you need to do like Purple Lady. You need to do a daily
Hey,
stream.
at least
on
her butt
YouTube.
is comfortable.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, even Purple Lady's butt is comfortable. So you need to do like a daily stream like Purple Lady does.
again, I need my computer finished. I can't do shit outside of basic operations.
You got your cell phone and a 32 gigs.
I am not. No. I am not doing. I am not going. No. I refuse to do streams with my cell phone.
You're just going to encourage tech to do it. And do we really want that to happen right now?
No, I
Yes,
don't
we
need to feel inferiority complex again.
Oh,
I just
So-
thought that this number was something for Tech and Nikki.
I was during my
I fucking hate
1
you
month
now. I'm going to do it real quick.
my 1 month sabbatical at doing NaNoWriMo. It was quite interesting trying to figure out the streaming thing. We ended up doing pretty much streaming every Tuesday and Thursday, and then we did like Discord like sprint with a bot like on Wednesdays, and then on Fridays we were doing things with just like the regular Facebook Messenger thing. But during like a week of that was 100 hours of writing on Twitch, and I didn't have Bull to come in and be my producer. So at like 5 o'clock in the morning, here I am trying to figure out how to get Streamlabs up at the same time so I could broadcast and trying to do everything. I thought my computer was going to die on me. That thing was like hogging everything.
Yeah, regular OBS is better than Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't quite figured out regular OBS yet. So
I
I have to.
partially figured it out, but it's still a pain in the ass.
Well,
If you ever,
it's funny you mention that because I was on a stream 2 weeks ago now where I was talking with someone who also is starting up, and we were beginning to talk off air about how to utilize OBS, what you can't do with it, and there has been a suggestion that I go ahead and put almost like a tutorials together and provide some sort of assistance and mentoring slash remote support around such activities. And it is something that I've actually considered more of doing over the past week or so, even if it is something that could potentially be passive income on that side of things. But
Absolutely.
people who are interested in doing that, like you two lovely ladies here, get some questions together of what you don't understand, where you think you need some help, and I can actually go ahead and start getting some answers together in that realm for you.
I could totally do
Again, problem.
that.
I don't remember, and for me to actually do it, I need to actually have a working computer that is capable of doing this.
No, like you can use Discord and just, oh, hey, this popped into mind. How would I do this using the OBS or whatever?
Yeah, not even
Jay,
like I would say.
check a look at Discord DMs.
Yeah, I would say not even stuff that, oh, I don't know how to do this, but if it's in your head of I would like to do X.
Yeah, yeah. That's my thing is I have things in my head that I'm like, and then I'm like totally forget about it, and then 5 minutes later when I'm like actually in the middle of trying to do something, I'm like, damn it, I need to know how to do this.
I want this in the background. I want these 3 audio things feeding in. I'd like this moving. I want this here.
All right. So from what I understand of regular OBS, because that's the only one I've ever used, I've gotten to where I know how to do scenes, but I am outside of just the main audio from the mic. I don't know anything else beyond that.
Oh, I can. Jared
Yeah,
and I
we can definitely help
you
you with that. And again, as you get closer to doing it, a little bit of refresher for you wouldn't be such a bad thing in that aspect too.
Yeah, because
Also,
I mean,
oh sorry.
I will say this, because if you go to my channel now, the video I have on there is done by OBS. And then I have done a couple of Twitch quick test streams because I was curious back in the day if I might stream on Twitch instead of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of all the bullshit that happened with Twitch several years ago, I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm just going to stick with YouTube because it's slightly more predictable on all the bullshit that's going to happen.
So
you say that now.
I say that now, and
Right.
Next year it's probably going to change. So,
Right. And my thing is like, I was trying to stream to multiple platforms at the same time. So I was streaming.
stream?
Yeah, I wasn't using Restreamer. So, but
Caster.io is actually a decent one for that.
yeah,
But the problem with most of your applications that will let you stream to multiple services at once, you got to pay for it.
yeah, I'm on I have Streamlabs Prime or whatever, so I'm able to do it from there.
Actually, one of the things I'm actually might do for certain streams would be shadow play, which is an NVIDIA thing, and it will let you do multiples at the same time.
Oh, that's
Even
awesome.
though it's limited on which ones they are because they're usually big name providers, Twitch, YouTube, maybe Mixer. But I do know Twitch and YouTube are definitely there. There's a couple. EVE Online actually has a dedicated Twitch streaming setting, but I'd rather use OBS because if I'm playing EVE, the reason why I had to learn how to do scenes is just about the same reason for the military. Certain people don't need to know where my location is because they don't want to be stream sniped, and stream sniping is a very bad thing in EVE.
What is that?
Where people are watching your stream and fighting.
That's where okay. All right, stream sniping is 3 different things, actually. Okay. Stream sniping is one where you're hunted in game. Meaning people
that's the EVE Online one.
That is the big one with Rust. That is the big one with WoW. That is the big one with EVE.
Okay, that's not something I have to worry about.
So here's my reasoning behind. Here's my reason why I say that in EVE. So you take a lot of like WoW and a few other MMOs. Yeah, you pay a little bit of money into the game, but when you respawn, you don't really lose a whole lot. Correct me if I'm wrong, any WoW player.
Nope, you're right. You don't lose anything. When
Okay. With EVE Online,
you lose everything.
I lose that entire ship and I have to go rebuy another one. So either I have to do a lot of grinding in game to get the money back, or in my case, if I had the assets I used to have, it would take me probably a day and a half to regrind for that amount of money again. Or I have 2 credit card warriors the game.
That sounds like me in Minecraft.
Okay, all right, and with okay, here's my thing with Rust. Okay, is that in Rust, once I die, if I die to a player, they can loot my entire corpse, meaning they can take my guns, they can take my gear, and they can take my inventory. Meaning whatever.
Same thing with EVE. The only difference between Rust and EVE in that point would be the fact that you don't get a 100% drop rate in EVE.
You don't get a 100% drop rate in Rust either. Okay. WoW's a little bit different. WoW has switched to a choice in its PvE versus PvP playstyle, meaning you have to flag yourself legitimately for PvP to PvP in World of Warcraft. In Rust, EVE, you don't get that choice. Okay. And when I started playing
in EVE either.
Well, when I started playing WoW, if you played on a PvP server, once you were out of specific areas,
you were a target.
You were a
Game
target.
on.
Yeah, pretty much. And
see. All right. So that's the thing. This is the reason why I like EVE is you're all contained in the one single shard. You're not split between different servers or different worlds. Everyone has the ability to interact with everyone.
And Rust is the same way. Rust, it is you go out, you farm, you build. You build your base, you build your character. Okay? Anybody who comes along
Karis when I need her?
Better or a little bit better geared.
Well, it's a funny thing you ask that.
Speak of the devil.
What I walk into?
Hello, beautiful.
Everything wonderful.
Hey, Karis.
How are you?
Karis, is that an amber liquid I see in your hand
No.
that may or may not contain up to 40% alcohol?
Wait, 240% alcohol?
That's a lot of alcohol. 35.
Oh, so 70.
I said up to.
I apologize if I'm distracted by the clothing.
I said up to 30%. I said up to 40%. I didn't designate
What clothing?
It was specifically 40%.
Exactly.
What clothing?
Exactly.
Yep.
I wear.
You're wearing a shirt with a boob window.
There are no boobs in this window.
I beg to differ.
I mean,
It's beautiful. Don't give you're
depending on the
beautiful.
definition of window
Just
you
ignore
go
them.
with, there are quite a few boobs in this window. I'm actually looking at one of them between between Coral and Karis. It's you wished.
It's a boob.
Fuck you, Jared. Fuck you.
That way?
No. So, Coral, you point to your right.
Point to my right?
Yep, you point to your right. Now, Karis, you point to your left.
Get fucked.
There's the boob.
Get fucked.
Hey.
You were surprisingly large.
Oh my god.
Hey, Karis, do you want to see my snake?
Again, wrong platform.
No, it's the perfect platform for that adorable thing.
Welcome to This is a legitimate. Quiet.
This is beautiful.
You let him do it.
Legitimate snake update.
Teeny weeny little thing.
Everyone agrees
Perfect timing, Coral. Perfect
small
timing.
snake.
I gotcha.
So this is a legitimate snake update. No hair.
Yeah, I've had a couple different types of those this week.
Furball, with you, nothing is a legitimate snake update. I don't care how many snakes you own. Nothing with you is a legitimate snake update.
Wish you're trying too hard.
It's just a mini me.
You only wished I was trying it all.
Oof.
He's like
No, not really.
hanging out
Okay.
there,
Well, you know, you wished.
right behind my computer.
You
It's his
wished.
namesake.
Damn
You did realize
damn
that
you, Pern.
Nikki and I are both in Missouri. We could all like meet up while Furball or Jared are here at some point.
There's that.
I thought you get
There's that
kick out of
Osceola
that,
cheese
Jared.
factory. There's that Osceola cheese factory up there in
Oh my
Osceola.
god, you Missouri and you call it Osceola. Oh shit. Oh.
Do you
Oh,
remember
ow, that
who
hurt
you're
my head
talking to
too.
now?
Hey, look, boob window.
Hey, I'm originally.
Jesus Christ.
It's great.
Again,
Hello,
one
Ruby.
day soon, hopefully I'll be able to wear one of those
There
too.
are no boobs. Look, it's a necklace.
Oh, no, hang on.
Jared,
Yours
don't
is
correct them too much.
Boy.
on
That's right.
Like boobies.
Tasteful.
Let's go
I don't,
here.
I'm not a very risque person.
Let's go here. Let's go
Uh-oh.
here. And
Who's
let's
Discord?
go here. So these are the two that I got
Seriously,
that were
Jared?
making me laugh.
Jared,
I
what
don't
the
know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Well, the second one. You know,
Like I said,
the
boob windows.
I haven't.
I am not. I'm not that big. I'm just not. I do
They're
not.
still
mean,
boobs,
really,
or are they not?
that-
Are they still
Right.
boobs? And are they still in a window?
They are.
Well, see,
at the
I'm a
moment-
visual kind of learner, so I need visual aids to understand.
The only
Give me a second. I can. Nah, I won't. No.
Yeah, please don't.
Furball, the only way for Karis to actually honestly answer that question is for her to stand up, lift her shirt up, or lift her sweater up.
That
and
would
show-
defeat the purpose of calling it a boob window if you take the window
Exactly.
away.
That's not a boob display.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a boob display.
No,
Shut up, May.
it actually defines the fact that it's a boob window if you're showing your boobs in the window.
Somebody just needs to do a boob dump.
No, that's just meta boob window at that point.
Well,
Oh. You wish? Did you start early?
Yes.
Oh, hon.
I had to.
He
She just made herself laugh.
He no. So we've been on air for a
So I
little
need to
less than
pat
an
off my
hour.
chin.
Lick it off.
He and Nikki came onto the panel, about a little over an hour ago? Almost
10 minutes
almost
after
about
you
75 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And
something like that.
immediately started getting into what really spawned me asking for you two lovely ladies to join us to help me keep my sanity.
If keeping your sanity is what you're after, you
right?
didn't necessarily.
Good luck.
Calling the wrong people.
You meant
No. Here is why. Do you remember the Twitter thread that you wished decided to start the other week? Where he challenged Reds to another debate, offering
Yes.
me to
One,
moderate it.
no, I told Red, no, get it right. Get it
Why
right,
would you
Eric. Get it right. Get it right. I said we did not need Jared in this. I said that he could choose the moderator.
And you suggested myself and
Or Steve.
yeah, or Steve.
Steve. Yep.
Screw Steve.
Hashtag
fault.
Steve's fault.
Yeah, right.
Jinx, someone owes me a beer.
But
I'll
What
buy
kind of
the
beer?
next time I see you, Nikki.
so who would like to provide some factual statements on that subject?
It's in crew chat right now.
I know nothing.
Except it's all Steve's fault, basically.
Oh, so crew. The subject of the debate was climate
Gun
change.
control, wasn't it? Or
Hold on.
climate change. That was
I'll get that shared.
Yep.
Climate change? Okay.
Nice. Lovely addition there. So
Have that
this
free
was
game for a minute now.
this is just for one of the points that you wished made before we went on air. So we get the proper context here. You wished.
Okay.
What is your what was it that you said about the ice core samples that we have?
Actually, that sample is wrong. Number one, show me an 8,000-year-old or 800,000-year-old ice core.
This is not. No, this is not how you're supposed to be
by the
showing.
way.
Please stop.
No, it is.
Oh, you talking
By the
about
way,
those
all
CGI
right,
cores?
stop. First off, it's a fucking ice core. Let that sink in just a little bit.
Okay. And I'm gonna let something else sink into you. Okay.
God.
Go ahead with your point, Nikki. Go ahead with
Phrasing.
We're
And
about to
now
have a
you're
Captain
right.
Picard facepalm moment. I feel
Well,
it.
do you know how they age those ice cores? Like John said, how they say they're 8,000 years old. They count the fucking rings on the core.
Okay.
It's like a tree.
Basically like a tree, yeah. And they determine how old it is that way. They don't just look at it like, you know what? This feels like it's 8,000. No, he fucking counted.
And analyze it, and it's not just one different way. There's like literally 6 different ways that they analyze it.
Do you know what a live oak tree is? Do you know what a live oak tree is?
Yeah.
Don't.
I know what a dead oak tree is.
This is why I decided to get on camera for
Exactly
this.
my point. You're gonna contradict my argument with sarcasm. Exactly my point. Okay. Hang on.
Can we just agree not to ask stupid questions to each other?
All right.
Like, do you know what a live oak tree is?
This is completely logical question. Okay, if you bother to look it up. Stop, Jay Brown. I don't need to sound. Okay.
Monty Python. Duh.
Oh.
The knight's running away from.
Know
the
your
bunny.
meme.
What's
I never expected the finishing position, Quill.
All right.
Well, I'll
okay,
get you in whatever position I would like.
All right. Let's let you wish get his question out.
Nikki, at this point, would you?
Like you gotta share. Sorry. This boob window is like open elsewhere.
Jared.
Let's let him get the question out.
Jared's got to share too.
Okay. Do you know why ice core samples are irregular and unpredictable and unreliable?
I'm sure you're going to tell us accurately.
Right? And then for me, I don't know about Karis, but for me, that was not trying to be sarcastic. It's just literally, I already know this because look at the community we're in.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but so tell us why they're unreliable.
That was.
Yeah. Let's skip to that.
Do explain how they are unreliable.
Do you know the average precipitation that falls in those regions?
Are we still talking about?
Oh, how do you think the fucking rings are formed?
By a freezing cycle, which is compressed on
determined by the amount of precipitation that falls within a year.
Which is why some rings are larger than others.
Also, why rings are divided.
Wasn't this a Kent Hovind argument?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Speaking of Kent Hovind, did anybody see Leonard French's video?
It was not. It was not. It was not.
Actually,
Okay.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it actually is.
Hovend
Because
used this.
literally the Kent Hovind argument.
Hovend not only used this argument for ice cores, he used this argument for trees.
Yep.
Oh, dear God.
That's how
Now-
bad it
Okay,
is.
I want to. When you said earlier, show me an 800,000-year-old ice core, what did you mean by that?
Show me one that can
Like, do
accurately
you want to
date
fucking lick it or what?
that can be dated to
I'm sorry,
8,000 years.
You know, I checked out of
Carbon
this
dating.
conversation a while ago. What are we challenging again?
Jared, mute everybody else on the panel.
I can't click that fast.
I'm not going to continue this argument.
That sounds like a personal problem. I can
take my time.
I was just distracted by lick.
By what?
God.
Exactly.
It was click, not lick.
No,
I was stuck on lick.
God's auditor. Hang on. God's auditor asked, why does he want to see an ice core that is 800,000 years old? Does he want to lick it?
And I got stuck there.
Well, he said, what does he mean by see? Not
like what? Yeah,
I
what do
just
you mean by
imagining
show it to me?
a
Do you
nice
need to see it
long
yourself, or what's the deal?
tongue.
You know,
Jared.
my limit on age differences is apparently 20 years.
Jared,
Good to know.
yes. Jared,
So, like the first centimeter of an ice core.
Jared.
There's been windows
Not
for
where I
you
was going, but
to speak up, you wished. What would you like? I will let you know whether or not I am capable of doing it.
Mute everybody else on the panel.
I
Oh,
cannot click that fast before people start unmuting themselves.
Let's give
Here,
them the
I'll mute
talking
myself.
stick, guys.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Until you're willing to host a
Oh, it's supposed to be Nikki?
event between me and Nikki directly, this is over with. I'm done here. Okay?
No, I said everyone, and here's the thing. I generally do discussions, and look, people have already started to mute themselves, so you can get it out.
Okay. All right. Accuracy. Okay. We do not have a clue as to how much material fell within a year. And we have recent ice cores as recent as, last year that show multiple layers.
Okay.
All it takes to form a layer is a differential in participation or in precipitation. Yes or no?
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
No. What determines a layer,
No,
you
that's wrong.
What determines a layer is a freezing and thawing cycle that is of enough duration for an entire layer to form. Which in this case, is a season of frozen precipitation or precipitation that can freeze. Not just a week, not just a storm, a season.
Okay. All right. So I have a precipitation that is ball ice. You understand what ball ice is, right? Okay. It's not sleet. It's not snow. It's somewhere in the middle, right? Yes or no?
I don't think you understand what a season is.
No, you don't understand how rings are formed. Okay. And I'm about to explain it to you if you give me 5 fucking seconds, Eric.
Go
You
on.
wish you regularly take 50 fucking minutes. Anyway, go.
Now,
I'm sorry, some of us take longer than 5 seconds.
because sometimes the explanation requires more than 5 seconds because some of you
Or
guys
5 minutes or
have been
5 hours.
brainwashed. Okay. So, we have
No hating. You can do a lot in 5 minutes.
we have snow on top of ball ice, on top of more snow, on top of solid precipitation. Okay. Does that not constitute rings in that layer of ice? Does it? Yes, it does. Why? Well, that goes back to it goes back into
Listen, you would
Okay, stop. You wish.
Stop.
Everyone else, just stop for a second. All right, you wish.
Yep.
I have been Googling. That's why I kind of look like I'm doing something off camera.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you the same thing everyone asks someone happens in a debate. Citation fucking needed.
How many avalanches do you want me to point out?
Oh, no. We're talking about ice cores. No. We're talking about ice cores. So that's Greenland and the Antarctic.
Okay. All right. Would not the Antarctic and the Arctic suffer the same material fallout that other continents suffer, including France, Switzerland, and the United States?
Depends
Do
on
you
the
know
event.
how cold? First of all, do you know how cold the Arctic and Greenland are?
Okay. I have an idea.
It's like you're trying to say that one event is going to cause an ice rink. No, it's seasonal, bro. Like, I don't understand how you don't understand what a season is.
Extremely seasonal, especially Antarctic ice cores. That is literally, you're looking at the desert. You're talking. You're trying to talk about precipitation in a desert.
All right.
Right.
So the question. So the
Literally
question.
not how it works.
Okay, so stop. The question actually becomes, what constitutes a ring?
All right, I got the answer right here. You wished.
No.
You have a question with the rings and how they count them. I'm looking at it right here, and I will read it to you verbatim. On a glacier, snow falls in winter, but in summer, dust accumulates. This leads to snow dust annual patterns that goes down into the ice. That is what they are counting. The changes between wet precipitation and then dust. Wet precipitation, then dust. Showing the seasonality change. That is what they are counting as the rings.
Okay. So
just to be fair, I
don't know why,
I
but I
need for
get
this.
this feeling.
Hold on.
Shut up.
I get this
Excuse
feeling
you?
that Furball wants to say something. I don't know what's giving me that impression.
Differentials of precipitation do not count. Differentials, by that definition, differentials in precipitation do not count.
No, they're looking for the seasonality change, which is why you have some rings larger than others, because some seasons had more precipitation than others.
Okay.
Getting back to something. Hold on. Getting back to something. All my stuff.
So in years
posted.
that we saw less than average. So in years that we saw less than average precipitation, but we saw more movement among the layering.
What do you mean by movement among the layering?
The snow blown precipitation. Go ahead, Blake. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, teacher, for calling on me.
He's working his triceps over there with his arms. Just like,
And my arms are sore from today. I'm sorry. Our rings
didn't reach.
The only gauge of the age of the ice core.
No, they're not.
Okay, so that's what I would like to begin that conversation. What else gauges the age of the ice core?
Varying factors. Carbon
Such
count.
as?
Carbon count.
Okay.
Okay. The amount of ice and snow fall and the amount of ice and snow blown during the winter months. Okay.
Well, what I'm asking is
the movement of the material would gauge that.
What I'm asking is, if you were to pull out an ice core, regardless of length, depth, or width, is looking at the rings the only thing that indicates its age when you're looking solely at the ice core?
No, because you have to count the movement
You're not counting movement of anything else. You are looking at the ice core.
Okay.
I'm not blindly, but I'm looking at the ice core.
Okay.
Is there anything else that I need to account for as I'm gauging the age as I look farther down the rings?
You need to account for the amount of fall. You need to.
But you might not know that.
Okay, exactly my point.
Here's a great idea.
What I'm asking.
I got a question.
Here's what I'm asking.
I got a question.
Just for a second, Jared. There are other worldwide events.
That's what I was going to ask about.
Thank you, Jared. So there are other worldwide events that, when they happen, eruptions of volcanoes specifically, other major climate events that lay themselves within the layers. So if you were just to blindly count the layers, you're not going to get an accurate count. But when you get to a certain depth and you see an ash layer that matches with the ash at other ice cores, at dirt cores, at other sediment that matches, so you can see, okay, in sediment cores it's this deep, in this particular ice core it's this deep, even though by rings it should be 5,000 years old, but I know that this eruption was 2,000 years old. Now I need to regauge why I'm thinking it's 5,000 and adjust my math and identify where those variables are. And there are certain Earth-wide events that
exactly where I'm going with this. Exactly where I'm going with this, Blake. Okay. Now let me continue that. Okay. Do you know what a solar minima is?
I do. We're leaving one right now.
What is it?
The sun is in a 11-year cycle for solar minima and solar maxima, and it is the amount of sunspots that occur on the surface of the sun that vary the intensity of the light to a certain degree here upon the Earth. And along with that, with those solar the sunspots come a lot more solar activity, such as flares, coronal mass ejections, that do other things, such as the Carrington event in 1867, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I imagine, I don't know, this is something I would actually like to look into now. Did the Carrington event lay down a sediment layer or vary something on the Earth that you could go, this is the year it happened because of the Carrington event?
Do you know that the Carrington event is excluded from the global warming climate change community? Did you know that?
Excluded how?
Excluded in as that those years are not counted because they are a natural event that occurs within humans' natural existence over the last 25,000 years.
So they're not attributing it as a factor.
They are including it as a factor to global warming. Okay. Now, okay.
Can you provide a citation of that specific claim?
Those are not available because those have been excluded by the scientists of the global warming community.
Okay, no, that's what I'm asking.
No.
If they're excluded, then that means there's a hole in the research. Can you show me that hole? I need a specific thing that's backing up what you're claiming about exclusion right now.
Hang on.
Take your time. In the meantime, I'm almost done with my beer, and it was actually pretty delicious halfway through.
Oh, you had to get used to it?
Yeah, it was one of those ones.
I was just going to say, I'm missing the boob window. But,
okay. Sight for sore eyes.
Apparently.
There you go, Robert.
Oh, I feel loved.
What are you drinking there, Karis?
Spiced rum, this time Bacardi. Bacardi, Karis fact, Bacardi was the first thing I got drunk
Jay
on.
Brown, side chat.
Not spiced rum, no. Fruity stuff. And then I went to Walmart, and my friends made me walk a line, and I did it. I had 7 Bacardi, 7 bottles, and I still walked a straight line. They looked at me like I had 12 heads.
Oh, so you were a shoo-in for the Navy.
Wait. You trying to tell me you don't have 12 heads?
I could.
I don't know about that.
Forget what I was going to say. No, I don't.
I had that effect.
So, Carrington event was not unique. Okay.
Okay, so what am I looking for in this as far as a hole in the research?
And how did you come upon the evidence that is allegedly left out?
And I'd like to know how it's, left out, because you can't exactly leave it
okay
out.
No,
Okay, all right.
Here's a difference straight from this quotation from the scientists that they are wrote this article about their work. While the Carrington event has long been considered a once-in-a-century type of catastrophe, historical observations warn us that this may be something that occurs much more frequently. I have a feeling that's the type of discharge from the sun that actually resulted in the event, which the once-in-a-century mentality and modality of it is whether or not it's in the direction to which it will hit and directly affect Earth.
Yeah, there have been other ones that have just missed Earth.
And it's not just that, Jared. I mean, at what point would the Carrington event even be noticeable on the Earth? I mean, it took modern technology. The only way it would have been documented prior to that would have been Aurora. The Carrington event sparked fucking telegraph machines.
Blake. Okay. The Carrington event was responsible for one specific event that led to the American Revolution being successful. Can you name it?
Say that again.
The Carrington effect was responsible for one particular event that led to the American Revolution being successful. Can you name it?
The Carrington effect I've never heard of, and considering that the Carrington event happened a century after the American Revolution.
Scroll up.
It happened during
just before
American
1770.
A CME may have happened during the American Revolution, but not the Carrington event.
There are others that would disagree with you.
The Carrington event was the mid 1800s.
Yeah, that'd be like saying that Chernobyl happened the same time over Nagasaki.
It happened during the solar cycle that occurred between 1855 and 1867. That is a little bit after the American Revolution. At least according to my history books. You might have grown up in a different place where
So I just finished skimming this, and I'm not seeing how this is bolstering the idea that it's being excluded from anything.
Let me counterattack. Okay?
By all means.
What happened to allow Washington to retreat from New York?
Oh my God.
Whatever happened doesn't have to do with the Carrington event. Like I said, that was the middle 1800s.
The Carrington event led to Washington's ability.
No,
you wish. Wait. Please stop. Pause.
You wish. Let off the drug. I'm done. You're fucking lying.
No, you wish. I have a simple question.
No.
Goddamn fucking moron.
You wish, please.
Yeah.
What is the Carrington event?
The Carrington event during the 1776.
No. What is the Carrington event?
It was the freezing of the Hudson. It allowed.
No.
Yes.
You wished. Look at the screen. What does it say?
This is your source.
On September 1st, 1859, Let me read this, please. On September 1st, 1859, the most ferocious solar storm on record, recorded history. No, this is the Carrington event that we are talking about.
No, don't worry about that. This is his source. He provided this.
Do you not understand the causation and effect?
There's nothing.
Yeah, I know that something happened in the 1870s doesn't affect anything happening in the 1770s.
Oh, God's auditor, I love you.
I mean, shit, dude. I don't know what
Finally!
this has to do with anything that we're even talking about.
Exactly.
The reason you provided this was because I asked you for evidence that the Carrington event was being excluded from climate science intentionally. And not only did what you provide not have anything to do with that, at least as far as my drunk ass skimmed.
What followed?
You're referring to a completely different event now.
What happened after the Carrington event?
It looks like the turn of the century, dude.
No, wait, you're fantastic.
No, down there, the Japanese one, that was in the 1700s, in 1770. The Carrington event was in 1859.
Now, you might be describing a similar phenomena, but you're using the wrong nomenclature.
Oh, God.
This is why words matter.
The Carrington event. Scroll back up.
This is why you don't dive down rabbit holes.
So, if I could just read this so that we can make sure we're using the same terminology. The Carrington event. So when we use that word, that phrase, it means something extremely specific. On September 1st, 1859, the most ferocious solar storm in recorded history engulfed our planet. It was, quote unquote, the Carrington event, named after British scientist Richard Carrington, who witnessed the flare that started it. Now, if you're talking about a solar storm during the American Revolution, that is not the Carrington event.
A solar
Words
storm
matter.
is a type of event. The Carrington event is a specific event, perhaps in that genre, for lack of a better word right now.
So if you want to argue that solar storms are a thing that need to be discussed, I'd say use that term.
Yeah, and that even
Otherwise,
happened in Cuba and the Bahamas. That's nowhere near where they were doing their Civil War.
Hang on.
It was planet wide.
Let me check something real quick.
Please do.
Well, while you're checking something, I'm going to jump in
checking
on
the sanity dipstick? And I was not calling you a dipstick. I'm sorry.
Wow.
A dipstick. God damn it.
I got where you were going with that, but yeah.
Yeah, that was really
nice
poorly.
execution. You're doing
Right.
terrific, bud.
To also say on this, to go with everyone else, you're also talking about damn near 100-year difference.
I just want to say that you all have failed me.
Hold on. Let me finish. The planet that we live on is able to correct stuff within 100 years, regardless of that. Plus, you're talking about something that happened in 1850 that actually impacted electronics in a way which, if you call a telegraph a piece of electronics, very simple piece of electronics, there was not that in the 1700s at all. You maybe had a light bulb.
In its infancy.
Very, very crude light bulb.
No.
Yeah.
I would think the most that a massive solar storm could have affected the American Revolution would have been the soldiers on the ground going, ooh,
party lights.
During
it would have made the aurora for both north and south go further than they normally do.
Pause for just 1 second, Nikki. I just need an extreme tangent. You have all failed me. I need everyone to repeat after me and repeat this every 15 minutes.
Where's the snake?
Check the snake.
What? Hey, where's your post-it note?
It's
like,
did it work last time?
No.
Hey, you made it a point to write a new one before we went on air.
I was trying to be cognizant. You wish asked us to mute the microphone. I'm sorry.
I didn't.
I would
still asking for the rest of you to mute, but y'all
just to
won't.
finish this before we move on. Here, upside down. So, Noodle is no longer behind my desk. Noodle is no longer under the keyboard. Noodle is now climbing up the microphone stand.
No, you can reach out and touch you.
Yeah,
I know what it's like on a snake.
Does that affect your acoustics at all?
So everyone repeat after me. Check the snake.
Just wait till he's as big as Bailey.
Hey,
Should I just ask, hey, Furball, can I see your snake?
What's that?
But again, okay, show me accurately. I ask again, without going to popular science, without going to.
So without going to the data.
No. Let him go. Let him go.
Nope. Because you cannot assume an ice core. You can never assume.
Okay, this is going back. No, I want this one. I want this one.
Stop! Everyone, stop! I got a serious question here.
Okay, go ahead.
First off, it's a two-part question.
First
off, is the Earth flat? And two, what are the internal angles of a triangle with the sides 1, 1, and 1?
The internal sides of the triangle is 1, 1, and 1 are equilateral. So it'd be an equilateral triangle, no matter the size of the angles. Number two, the Earth is not.
Angles?
What are the
angles?
I think they're 60, 60, and 60.
Okay, good answer.
Okay.
The angle of an angle.
Now.
Hey, buddy,
Is
what
the
you
Earth
doing?
flat?
Are you going to continue?
Okay, nope. I answered your question, Nikki.
Nikki had
yours.
2.
That was part of my question.
Nikki had 2 of them.
I
It was
asked
a two-part
one
question.
I simply one of Nikki. Okay.
It's a two-part question. Is the Earth flat? And then what was the internal angles?
I simply ask one of you. Okay. Can material data shift with wind?
I'm not even listening to your question until you answer Nikki's because she's had so
Yeah.
little
I've
airtime.
already answered both of Nikki's. No, the Earth is not flat, and the answer is 60, 60, and 60.
Excellent.
Okay.
As you're saying-
Now, here's the reason. No. Here's the reason why I asked that.
No.
How do you
answer
know?
one
No.
first.
How? No. Shut up.
No, I answered both of yours
Shut
first.
the fuck up because I'm
Answer
you're starting to
mine
piss me
now.
off about this.
All right, we're
dumpster.
gonna need a moderator here soon, guys. Before it gets too angry,
They don't fucking want
It's not angry. I'm getting annoyed. There's a difference.
you wish. Let Nikki complete her statement as to why she asked those questions. She will not ask further questions until you get your turn, but she doesn't have the right to explain why she asked them.
No, stop. Wait a second. I answered both of hers first. She gets to answer mine, and then she
Wait. No,
No,
she has the right to explain
In
why
order.
she asked them because there is rationale behind them. If we wait for her to answer or to explain why she asked those questions, 17 questions down the line, it makes no point.
No,
So
I simply
give
asked
her
one. I simply asked
You
for
will
one.
get your
I
answer.
simply asked
You
one.
will get your answer.
It's
You
not your
will get
turn.
your
Finish
answer,
my
you wish.
thought.
So, Nikki,
No.
explain
No.
why that was important for you to ask.
Okay, he said the Earth was round, and he knows the internal angles.
Oh,
I'm going to leave the internal angles out of that because that was more for my little poking fun. But you know the Earth is round. How do you know the Earth is round? What data shows the Earth is round?
God damn it.
Lisa's quiet.
I mean, how many times do we have to say patience?
My
Let's
mic
explain
was
the
on.
rationale.
Oh God.
Oh,
Hot mic moments are the best.
You failed.
Did he run away?
he
did.
he
Yeah,
left the call.
He rage quit.
Yeah,
Oh,
here,
Jesus.
but
You wish, if you're still out there, we can have a back and forth, but each side does have the right to explain why. And Nikki had the right to explain why she asked those questions, why they were important to her. You were trying to explain why it was important to you for us to understand the Carrington event and its impacts.
And I stayed quiet during that whole time.
He had no idea what a Carrington effect was.
I don't think there is a Carrington effect.
It's an event, the Carrington event.
Yeah.
it's an
It is a
event.
specific
Yeah,
Sorry.
and that's the problem was he kept saying effect as if it was a
Well, see,
specific
that
thing.
was the reason why I said that because I knew where he was going with it. and it was still this. It was a similar argument then, but Team Skeptic, Fight the Flat Earth, Mr. Says what everyone else has to deal with. If you believe one thing to be true in science, and then you're saying, oh, we don't count science for this, that is bullshit. That is a flat out fallacy.
He was effectively going, carbon-14 dating doesn't work argument. That's what it's really coming down to.
I fucking let it go, but I really wanted to know what he meant by show me an ice core. Like, because it's one thing if it's like, I don't believe the ice cores, let's go to an article. It's a completely different one. And that's why I was kind of serious when I asked, do you need to lick it? Because, like, does he need to see it in person? And then my follow-up question would have been,
Is it a CGI ice core?
do you have the expertise to know what the fuck you're looking at?
Exactly.
Here, this is an 800,000-year-old whatever the fuck. Do you have the expertise to know how we arrived at that date?
Jared, wasn't this something similar happen like when I first started coming on VTW and we started arguing about one of the F-35, I think it was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is a growing...
I'm a submariner. I just study fucking aircraft, but I know my shit about aircraft because I fucking follow it. I know a decent amount of science because that was my thing in high school. I was really, really good with science. I actually helped my teacher teach a class in physics on how to deal with electronics.
Yeah.
With the ice cores, there are so many other things that come into play that, yes, if you were to blindly look at the rings, you will get wrong data. So not wrong data, you would misinterpret the data. If you were just to look at the rings with the belief that a ring equals a season, which generally they do, but there are so many other factors that make the rings bigger that maybe this year the seasons were so mild that you can't see the ring. So if you just counted them up over millennia, they would give you a wrong answer. But then you need to bring in other things where you know a certain event occurred at this time frame and it had this effect on ice. So you can generally find, okay, in 1732, X happened and it did this to ice on the planet. You can go to that spot on the core and identify where it happened. And then you can use that to reinterpret the rings above it to see where your variations were and where you may have been wrong, because you know that at that spot on the ring is 1732.
That
no doubt about it.
That 800,000-year-old ice core, by the way, also wasn't just a core. They literally actually took core samples in Greenland, the Arctic, and Antarctic. And the oldest one actually goes back 2 million years. But
yeah.
Because they did one in the Antarctic, because in all cases they basically drilled down all the way.
Yeah, as far as they could.
Right, the Antarctic core, they got a 2 million year core because they drilled down to bedrock.
Just letting you know, as somebody from certain societies, subcultures, your word reinterpret will be jumped on by some people. Just letting you know.
I'm still trying to work out what his thought process was behind one, bringing up the Carrington event, and then saying that it was excluded from modern climate science, and then giving the link that he gave. Because
I can see
the first fuck up seemed to be like, I think he misinterpreted or fucked up what he was talking about and didn't mean the Carrington event. But then, like, he searched for something to support what he was saying and then gave it to a wrong link. Didn't mean what he was saying it meant. Like, I'm trying to count the fuck ups on this one.
So what I can see from the exclusion on that. Yeah, I can think from the exclusion on that. If you were a scientist that did some kind of dating of soil based upon the radioactivity within the soil for whatever reason, and you're 500 years from now, and you find a specific layer from 1986 that is highly radioactive, and you forgot to mention that, oh, that was the year that Chernobyl blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can see that. I can see that as excluding it from. But leaving the Carrington event out doesn't do that much. Ignoring all solar science, yes, that does. But I doubt that you can say that scientists have completely ignored solar science.
Well, here's the thing. Here might be, I highlighted this section here. This might be where he's getting at with the being excluded, is that the solar superstorms lean heavily on Western Hemisphere accounts, omitting data from the Eastern Hemisphere. Basically saying that we weren't at the time including China, Japan, Korea, those types of cultures and their observations with solar storms.
Yeah, because at the time we didn't have access to the data.
Yeah, and if you completely ignore the fact that the sun exists, yes, that is ignoring the Carrington event from climate science.
Yeah, that's ignoring part of the data from the Carrington event from climate science. But that's more like oh shit, we didn't have that one. Not, we have to ignore this entire event.
Yeah, you wouldn't ignore the Carrington event. You would ignore the existence of the sun. Which is a pretty big thing to ignore, especially with climate science.
What is that one?
We conclude that the 1770 magnetic storm was comparable to the Carrington event, and it was, at least in terms of aurora visibility, the duration of the storm activity was much longer than usual. So it's not even saying that the storm in the 1770 year was greater than the Carrington event. It's just saying that it was comparable.
Yeah.
Wait, was this the one that he was referring to when he was?
Yeah, basically what he's trying to say is this solar storm 6 years later allowed for the freezing of the Hudson River.
That was a solar minimum. That's not a solar storm, is it?
Yeah, he's saying that because the solar maximum happened in 1770, the minimum happened in 1776-ish, causing the freezing of the Hudson. Is what I think he's going with all that. But again, he's still calling it the Carrington event. Doesn't help his cause.
No, and again, if you're going to say that that's excluded from climate science, that's saying that climate scientists are ignoring the existence of the sun.
Well, yeah, and I still have no idea what this has to do with the question that I asked about ignoring or excluding it from climate science.
Especially since the very last line of this thing says, "History books, let the rewrite begin."
So what's the purpose of this article? It's space weather. So what's the purpose of this article?
Basically just saying that there are other events that are comparable to the Carrington event that happened before and since that people don't talk about as much as they do the Carrington event.
So basically what it's saying is that the Carrington event shouldn't be burned into my brain. All of these should, or they should just be a malaise of solar activity.
They should be talked about together, basically, not just, hey, here's the Carrington event because, yeah.
No, because the Carrington event was the first one that we knew what caused these major things to happen. I mean, when the Hudson froze over, it's like, you know why? Because it's fucking cold. It's not because of the sun. I mean, it was because
it freezes over on occasion.
Outside.
It's not like it's froze over at times. There was no like coronal mass suggestion hitting the Earth.
Yeah, I mean,
well, to be fair, all right. So, throughout history, and this is, I'm one of the ones. Yes, I believe climate change is real.
Nikki, were you there for history? How can you testify to it? Were you there for history?
Yeah, were you there?
Hold on. Let me finish. All right. So, throughout natural history, through climate science and all that stuff, because that's one of the things I got.
Nikki, you're not allowed to finish
because
today.
of the paleontological record. Anyway,
You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Thanks, Gareth. You just made me that up.
Hold on. We must pause for a moment. Hey, Furball.
Yeah, I just checked.
Yeah, can I see your snake?
What's that?
Can I see your snake?
You want to see my snake? Okay.
I
checked.
I haven't forgotten you. I'm sorry.
My snake is there. Give me just a second. Let me make sure I minimize text chat windows and stuff.
Carl's involved.
Don't say about donkey porn there, Furball. I want to see the snake.
No, that's Reds. That's Reds.
I didn't realize it was just reds.
Yeah, he's the donkey pulling master.
But anyway,
Sorry.
Go ahead, Nick.
what the fuck was I tangenting about now?
I'm sorry.
Snakes.
You know, between Karis and Coral, I kind of lost the train of thought here.
We're doing our jobs.
I didn't realize all my stuff turned off.
And like seriously, I legitimately
That's
lost
easily
my train of thought.
corrected.
That's the back of my monitor.
Aww. Snuggles.
So do you prefer big snakes or small snakes?
Aww.
Why discriminate?
Medium size?
I think mine's kind of small. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. It's teeny weeny.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
cute.
I interrupted. Nikki.
now I remember.
Okay.
Okay,
Dave,
go
before
for
you
it,
do
Nikki.
anything, I remember my thing. Right. So throughout history, there have been global events that have changed the weather on this planet. I.e., Ice Age was one of the most major recent ones, but there has been massive eruptions. There's been meteor impacts that have changed the climate. Not only that, but the sun and the earth both produce some type of climate cycle every however many years. We, as the human race, have sped up a lot of that process. So when we say, yes, humans are responsible, we are, because we sped up a natural process because we are very destructive fuckheads.
The carbon bombs, for example.
Mm-hmm. We are consumption based.
You can think the big one for that was the Industrial Revolution that really started leaping this forward.
And mass agriculture.
That too.
It's a huge issue.
The mechanized agriculture, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
Mass
no.
agriculture and deforestation.
Not just that, but large cattle farms too.
Yes.
Wait, you
Because
mean cow
cows-
farts are an actual thing to worry about?
Yes.
Yes.
Methane.
I'm more worried about my own.
Methane is actually a better greenhouse gas than carbon is.
Mm-hmm.
Better or worse?
Better for the fact that it will heat a planet up. Worse for the fact it will heat a planet up a lot faster than carbon will.
Someone didn't change their ringtone.
Yeah, like what is it?
It
Like
was a different thing.
I'm trying to remember what it was because it's like 1 kilogram of methane.
Tried.
1 kilogram methane is
I had
worth
it
like
moved.
what 60 kilograms of carbon dioxide or something like that.
I don't remember the specifics. All I just know is it's a far
Yeah, it's
better
worse.
greenhouse gas than carbon monoxide.
What's that?
Actually, it's I need to. Okay, there, back to defaults. And no, you didn't. It was okay. So here's something to think about. Wait, okay, Nikki, you were here. Jay, I'm not sure if you were preparing or listening before we went on air when they started talking about it before going live. Nikki, when You Wished came in and that whole jiving started, and You Wished made a comment of it taking place on air. Did I not make sure that he was aware of the potential ramifications of it being talked about on air? Yeah. Asking, are you sure you want to?
Well, and that was my thought process. It's like, I was only wanting this to be really, really short because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. Usually it's bullshit, but that's beside the point.
I mean,
because this is BTW.
Too.
But I just wanted this to be short. That's why I grabbed that one real quick thing. And then while everyone else was reaming into them, because we're part of the skeptic community. For crying out loud, you're going to make claims like that with a lot of other people that are vastly against that idea? And they're not going to say something? Come on.
I wore googly glasses.
Now, here's the thing: is
during the whole time in VTW though, I posted 4 different sources, and 3 of them are screen captures because I didn't feel like posting a Google link. But
here's the thing,
and that was yeah.
I even said, "Are you sure?" He was all on board about this being talked about. Did not say that it had to be a one-on-one. Now, when he started complaining about being dogpiled, started to make sure that, no, everyone gets a chance to respond. This last bit, where Blake was trying to act as moderator, and I stepped in to try to help to clarify the point that you need to let someone finish their point before trying to steamroll them to address your own.
I think he doesn't understand that he can't just dish gallop.
Well, that's what was starting to. That's why I said what I said is he needed to shut up because he was starting to piss me off. I really wasn't getting pissed. I was just getting annoyed.
Yeah.
But it was starting to sound like a flat Earth style argument.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to be able to discuss
Yeah,
point
no shit.
by point by point by point.
I would have called it creationist style, but okay.
I would have called it flat Earth because that's exactly how it was sounding to me. Because
tomato.
I watched too much.
The overlap is
flat
pretty
Earth,
big.
There was a lot of parallels
so-
between that and creationist arguments against radiological dating.
Why I went with the googly eyes.
Well,
That's
Jared,
why
you
I
have
went
no,
with the Nico ears.
Jared, you have no idea how much I wanted to hit this about a dozen times during that entire conversation.
Shut up, Meg.
No, what you needed to do was give BM the "I am the law" lip.
That's my line.
No,
Yes,
she's gonna
it was,
explain. She's I
it
am
was
the law.
painful,
She's gonna
but I
explain.
feel like I was unnecessarily mean. I kind of became mean girl there, and so I don't know. I
No more spice rum for Karis then. She gets mean.
What?
No, more.
She gets mean.
All she had to do was show the boob window and make everything go away.
I mean, that's why I went
Not
with
that I'm subjectifying you, but not that I've been subjectified in the past as well.
Blake, it's objectifying.
Save
me, Jeebus! Oh, I forgot about that one.
God.
Now,
you can't spell or speak, apparently.
Now, this will be one of the things that I thought I didn't have to explain in this sort of way to people. If you give me an ultimatum about anything, there's the fucking door. You can walk through it.
I don't think they know what you're referring to in the audience. I know they wished would.
So, speaking of his thing about the Hudson River freezing over when Washington escaped, I can't find any sources to match that claim on my history stuff.
Oh wow!
When did the crossing of the Hudson happen?
March.
I thought it was spring or summer.
Yeah, March is still a coldish month.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially
March
up
4th, so
north.
technically winter, but we're arguing semantics at that point.
Yeah, I mean, but
I'll be right back.
I would have to look at the almanac to get an idea of how the weather was during that time. But I know normally in the beginning parts of March, especially up north in that area, you're
Foggy
looking
as all
at,
hell, but
yeah,
it wasn't
But you're also looking at cooler temperatures and
cooler,
it's
but
going
not
into-
freezing.
Well,
And a
I'm-
freezing event like that would be something
Notable.
Yeah, it would be a notable event.
Now, the crossing of an icy river did happen in Jersey.
in December.
Yeah, and the dates would matter. So I would have to look at an almanac.
Sometimes dates and facts matter.
Mhm.
Sometimes.
In words.
By the way, Jared, did you see the link I sent you?
I'm not sure where he was going with the Hudson thing, but I don't.
The only thing I can think, and I would honestly like to hear the argument on this, with where this line of reasoning was going, because yes, the Carrington event was a solar event, and there have been other solar events. That is the most well documented because it was the first one that we were able to go, aha, that's why.
We were paying attention,
Yeah, because things they may have been wrong. I mean, it would be what would have actually been really amazing is if it was a coincidence. If there had been an observation by Carrington that there were massive solar storms, CME, and then all of that happened, and then 50 years later to go, you know what? That actually didn't cause that. That would be really interesting to discover. But it was the first time that we were able to put two different disparate pieces of information together and go, maybe these two are correlated. And that's why we remember the Carrington event, and we don't remember the 1770 freezing of the Hudson because it was 7, 8, 11 years after the last solar maxima.
And what I would recommend to You Wished would be maybe he should write out his argument down with his citations and maybe make a blog post or whatever. And that way he can actually get his thoughts in a more succinct way. So that way the points that he wants to argue is laid out, and maybe he'll get more productive conversation that way. And maybe he'll be able to be open to some constructive criticism and stuff that way. That doesn't feel like people are attacking.
Well, also to be fair, on Twitter, when this was going on, he knew it was going to be a dumpster fire. I don't think he was ready for how big of a dumpster fire it was going to be.
No.
I agree with what Coral said. As somebody who can't properly tell a joke to save my life, it is definitely helpful to have things written out.
Especially Dipstick over there.
Wait, what?
I was not calling him
It was a nice
dipstick.
try, though. I know you were not trying, but
I kind of feel like that was you hitting the brakes.
I think Coral is hitting on something, and I think if I do strongly suspect that if You Wished was to first outline things and then nice girl, don't think that was last time.
You walked right into it, girl.
If he was to first outline his list and outline his thoughts and then fill them in later, put them in a post sort of form or some sort of outline form, and then present them in a more orderly fashion that better represents what it is he's actually thinking, I think he would get more, he would get responses that reflect that we know what it is he's trying to get at.
Yeah,
because I think a lot of the problem is that we're not quite sure what he's saying, and that can cause a lot of miscommunication where full communication may lead to a more fruitful conversation on both ends.
But also, when you start off asking if you know what a oak tree is, you're gonna automatically get the googly eyes. I'm just saying.
Well, again, that sort of thing I would assume and hope would be trimmed out in outline and blog post form, because there are drafts, there are first drafts, there are rough drafts, there are different drafts, and you look at what you're saying and think, does this contribute to what I'm saying whatsoever? And I would hope he would do this sober.
Well, to be fair, too, I mean, you can do this on the fly, because I did that while this conversation was going on. Google is amazing. But, for him in particular, he should have been already prepared, because I already, at the beginning of this conversation, when he was starting to get into it, I already asked for a citation. Because what he was saying wasn't sounding or making any sense to what common science knowledge is.
Correct.
I suspect that right or wrong, He would fare much better in written format if he's trying to present his points to a wider audience.
Yeah. But I have a sneaking suspicion that he got what he wanted regardless.
In some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to come back. I miss him.
Someone should have said, well, I don't know what an oak tree is. Tell me.
What's an oak tree?
I don't know what a live oak tree is.
Well, okay, so no, it was that he asked, like, do you know what a living oak tree is?
Yeah, a living oak
Okay,
tree.
it was the qualifier of living that had me like,
Exactly.
are you making a reference that I don't understand? I mean, what the fuck does?
I
what do
mean,
you
when
mean by that?
he started talking about avalanches, I was just like, "Are we looking at the trees now?"
Yeah.
See, and that's where I started having an issue. Was all right. None of us live in that type of climate, and even if you go to Alaska, avalanches aren't a recurring feature. What usually causes an avalanche?
Also, when you talk about but also when you're talking about, you deal with these ice core samples, they're pulling them from like Greenland glacial deposits, Antarctica.
They're pulling them from glacial ice. They're not pulling them from a fucking side of a mountain.
Right. This isn't, these are arid environments. I mean, yes, there's a lot of ice, but that's just because, it doesn't melt.
And that's why I said it's fucking cold in those two areas where they get these ice cores.
Most of it
fucking
melt.
cold all year round. Occasionally you'll get sea ice melt, but generally when you're drilling for an ice core, it's solid fucking freshwater ice. It stays melted or stays frozen. Excuse me.
Although, if you want to go down a really, really cool rabbit trail, looking into the conspiracies about whether or not looking at and melting the ice cores might reinfect the world with diseases that we might not be able to.
That is a legitimate fear.
Yeah,
that is a legitimate fear, but I also don't put much stock into that because of evolution.
It's also the premise for amazing movies if you want to write them.
Mm-hmm. But it is a fun little rabbit hole.
I think there was a TV series like that on Sci-Fi.
I think there was too. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, the first season took place in the Arctic, and some sort of black slime.
Well, to be fair, Stargate covered something like that too.
Oh, and
there's
so
a little bit.
movie.
There's a little bit of a connection in that too with The Last Ship.
Oh yeah, yep. It was like 3 different strains: the primordial strain and some other strain.
Oh, well, this was fun. We had fun today.
There's even more fun that we could have.
William Shatner, you suck, my dude.
God damn
you,
Jay.
You had an idea.
But granted, that is a great lead-in because one of the things that...
Wait. Jared, complete sidebar. This might only be funny to you. I got a call yesterday from a friend of ours that has recently been in distress. And he called yesterday. Actually, he first called while I was eating, and I said, I'm stuffing my face. I'll call you back in a minute. And his text back was, I'm thinking of committing myself for several days. Okay, that gets me to call you. So I called him, and he said, I think I'm going crazy. I just woke up, and I checked Twitter, and I swear I saw Jared was tweeting back and forth with William Shatner, and now I can't find it. I think I'm crazy. I had to reassure him that, yes, that did in fact happen. You are not crazy.
Yeah, I'm still a little annoyed over that.
And
it just happened in a mirror universe, that's all.
Are you currently blocked by Shatner?
I believe I still am.
Oh, fantastic.
You got shat on.
Because I had the audacity to push people to back up their shit.
You got blocked in mass, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people blocked during that. And again, I look at it as I was blocked because I was making people back up their shit.
Shatner is indiscriminate in his justice.
No,
Oh, yes.
Now, here's a bit that I find annoying that someone mentioned, that I'm actually debating on finding out how much validity there is to this. It has been said that Shatner will unblock you if you donate to a charity.
Mm-hmm.
How about I send him the link to what I've been trying to work on in the background of the Veterans in Need project?
Donate to your own charity?
No, I think that would be pretty awesome, pretty dope. He might even he might even share it. I mean, he's been known to do that.
Yeah, so this is one of those things where could be interesting to see how that plays out. Because about the only thing stopping it right now is the funding. I mean, I don't have enough of my own cash flow right now to finish some of the filings, to actually finish establishing everything. Because guess what, people? To start a business and run a business properly, it costs fucking money to begin with.
No shit, right?
No.
And
You
it's
just need
not
hopes and
cheap.
dreams. That's it.
Oh, fun fact. So the PC build I'm doing, since my GoFundMe is only trickling in money right now, but I thank everyone who has donated. Thank you. You've been amazing. And thank you, Carl, for helping me pay for my phone. But I talked to one of my caseworkers at the VA, and she's going to look into the VA small business grants for me, which would automatically, immediately solve my computer issue.
Absolutely. That'd be great.
That'd be cool.
Because I am going to be starting my YouTube channel back up as a proper YouTube channel. And being a YouTuber, if you become successful, or at least are starting to produce money from it, or get monetized, that can be classified as a small business, i.e. what the shit is going on with Steve and Kyle right now. So
hell yeah, do it. Let me know if it works out.
I'm going to. But that's my other thing. But if anyone can help me get this thing up and running before my birthday in January, that'd be awesome. But I'm not pressuring anyone to do that. If you guys can, great. If you can't, whatever. But I still love you all the same anyway, so.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah, the main reason why I'm saying this is because I actually base this on my average income I'm making from CWT right now. And even after CWT, when I go full time at the VA, it's going to be several months before this computer's fully up and running. And you can thank graphics card scalpers for that.
Yeah, that's gotten ridiculous.
I'm a former one of those, kind of.
Well, I was actually looking at earlier when I dropped out before we went live, Jared. I was looking at the Ryzen 9s.
Ooh.
I saw that a 3950X brand new was $700 and something on Newegg, but if I wanted it used, it was $930.
Wait, what?
That's fantastic.
Oh no. All right, so Jay, all right, did I ever tell you that I was trying to build this entirely off Amazon, right? Because of the free shipping, the 2 days, air quotes, but can take like 3 or 5 depending on who's selling the actual product.
Yeah.
I went on there just before payday of last week, just to reprice check how much a graphics card, because Amazon would have had the graphics cards in by then. The 3070 resells for between $500 to $600, depending on which brand you get. Maybe $650 at the higher end for like the RGB ones. 3070s are selling for the same price on Amazon as a top tier 3080.
It's fantastic.
$800-900, and starting to hit the area of what a 3090 is hitting at the low end, which is around $1,200 to $1,500.
730 for brand new from Newegg. And if I want to buy used, 930.
That's stupid.
That's fantastic.
That is just gotta love Newegg sometimes.
Right.
Well, Amazon's not much better because, like, when they'll have something go out of stock, but they'll have another provider or another person selling it, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, buy this at such and such price, used or refurbished," and then you go and click on that, and then it's like, "That's not what you said." What?
There's some people they post.
Too.
There's quite a few people that'll post price based upon, they want to get the money out that they originally spent on it, and they don't understand that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I mean,
it can, but I mean, no.
I did recently just purchase something on Amazon. It's for a gift, and it was something very simple, a stencil of a owl that I was looking for, which I didn't think would be that difficult to find, but the one I ended up having to like close my eyes and clicking on to buy said cat as its title, even though it's not what it was actually on the thing. And so I'm like looking at my sister and I go, so do we chance it and buy it because it's the owl we need, even though it's called cat?
Well, be careful with that. Be careful with that because I bought a frozen fleece throw blanket for myself a couple months ago, and the picture looked completely different than what I got. It was still frozen, but it was not the one I clicked on.
Right. Oh, you love it when they swap them on you. Yeah. No, and by the way, on the, not that it really matters, but we did end up getting it in, and we did get the actual stencil that we ordered. But I swear, when I was clicking it, I was just like, okay, and so we actually screenshot what we were buying, showing that it was the actual stencil of the owl, and it's saying cat underneath it, because I was like, I'm gonna be mad if it comes back and it's a fucking cat.
Are you sure about that? Would you like to try it again?
I can't identify. I can't identify what that is.
Third time's a charm. Everyone be quiet for a moment.
Hold on.
I don't want to be quiet. You told me to be quiet, so I'm not going to be quiet. So now I'm going to be as loud as I can because you said to be quiet. You didn't say please. All I wanted was a please.
Is that...
Do you need it one more time for...
Jay, I blame you.
Not me this time.
What'd I miss? What'd I miss?
Nothing, dear.
Check the snake.
Check the snake.
Hey, Blake.
Just check the snake.
Hey, Blake.
Yes,
Can
Coral?
I see your snake?
You can see my snake, Coral. For you? Wait. I would...
I want to see your teeny weeny little snake.
Correction.
Coral, I was about to say for you anything, but I need to get permission first. Karis, can I show Coral my snake?
Yes, dear. For Coral, anything.
All right. Let's make sure that those conversations are minimized. I haven't looked, so pray to God he's still here.
he is.
No.
Oh, hanging out in the back.
Because
Keeping
it's
warm.
Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Ball pythons have got to be like the sweetest reptile ever.
It has a popper face.
I mean, people hear the word python and they think, "Oh my god, it's gonna eat you." Ball pythons are absolutely just, they're sweet.
We actually get them in the rescue a lot, unfortunately, because a lot of times people don't understand what you need to do in order to take care of said reptile. But yeah, we constantly get them in.
Earl, were you here earlier when I was talking about losing the snake?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You lost your snake?
For a little bit.
It was found.
It was found. It was found.
And then hidden. Then found. Then hidden.
You
Then
should
found.
have seen him.
Mine stays attached, but you know that's just me.
You
Do I
should
need to
have
dig
seen,
up the?
yeah, I
hold
should
on.
have seen his wife's response to me.
Again, I said I
Now I'm
reached out to
curious.
Karis. I reached out to Karis immediately because she's the snake owner, and I was only telling the wife when I either found it alive or confirmed I'm not going to find it ever again.
Well, I mean, you do have 2 or 3 cats. Mine has the advantage of already being around 3 feet long after 1 year, which is not the norm. So, you know, mine has a bit of an advantage. But yeah, if your cats hadn't brought it to you as a gift, I'd say it was probably fine.
Hey Jay, check your Discord DMs.
Yeah, I just saw that.
See what I mean?
No, I'm not going to pay that price.
Yeah, right. Not for 3070.
I'll send you a link I sent to Jared earlier here in just a second.
I was thinking Nikki had finally opened an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No, that's the
One
next
day.
announcement.
Oh, okay.
One day. Endocrinology's at the end of the month, and then I gotta wait almost a year for anything to really develop.
Okay, well, let me know. Let me know.
Go for ball in the live chat.
Me and Karis will be the first two.
Right.
Like 17 different chats going on here.
Come over. Come
In
over.
the
and
actual
Shocking.
live chat.
Well,
It's just one state.
speaking of another chat going on, we have some ranking to do.
Oh.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, that's what you wanted to do tonight.
All right, let me.
Ranking, right? Right?
Ranking, not wanking.
I thought we were gonna. I
Furball.
thought we were still on the
Little
conversation of snakes. No.
Well, these people are pretty fucking snake-like in a bad way.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I watched it.
So
You have the full list.
we have the list available, and
Mm-hmm.
I found
Yeah, but
it pretty
voting
interesting
doesn't start until
that
midnight, though, right?
midnight tonight, I believe.
Right. So we still have.
So end of the show. So we can start ranking things now. Or was it midnight last night? Midnight last night they started.
Wasn't nothing.
Oh well.
Oh, so we can start.
Hold on.
We can actually
just
start
a second.
voting now.
Well, wait. Hang on, though. We need people to make informed decisions on their vote.
Oh,
Blake,
do we?
why is your wife
Oh, okay.
Do we?
texting me potatoes?
She's hungry.
I mean, I do
What?
like a fat potato.
I'm torn between Curtis and Leibowitz personally.
Well, now, so here's the thing. Let's run through the list of who the nominees this year are in no particular order yet. We
wait.
have the young Earth creationist, Raw Matt.
Oh, sidebar though. He's also the worst example of a vegan ever.
He's not a
I
vegan.
thought Nathan was.
No. Raw Matt is not a vegan. He's an opportunist.
Yeah. Well, exactly. He's
A
the
scavenger.
type. He is the type that basically is a fad chaser type.
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah, does it for the attention
Crazy,
only.
crazy.
Yeah, does it for the attention only. So we have him. Then we have the universal dipshit known as Jason.
Hold on, I got that.
William Shatner, you suck, my dude.
Then we have $5 million lawsuit herself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Katie Joy.
Without the crystal balls.
Did anybody see Emily D. Baker's live stream yesterday?
Oh, we'll get into that soon enough. Because Emily D. Baker has actually done quite the job of actually going through the filings and calling out the bullshit where it is. And it's also from Emily D. Baker that a number of people have been reminded the $5 million tag was just to put a dollar amount as an initial placeholder to get it into federal court where it belonged.
And I just want to sidebar and say that, like, KJ has been so unimpressive that even before when she was going live on Non-Sec with Kyle, I was already rolling my eyes at her. So
yeah,
I so far don't care about her so much that anytime I see her thing, I click off. That's how much I don't care. She is so.
Yeah. She
I
does
cannot
not
roll
talk
my
about
eyes.
the things I care about.
Yeah, at all. All.
Agreed. But so after her, we have the one, the only, the infamous modified sniper who is outstanding in his field, JM Truth.
Non-truth?
Ah, yes. Where is he? Aren't we going to get him on here? I want that.
I email him the link frequently. So, who knows? Maybe next week he will show up. We shall see. After that, we have Natalie Thompson herself. I mean, Nathan Thompson himself. Then, is he really a lawyer? Nate Brody.
Another eye roll.
Oh, it gets better. Another eye roll. The only person to have a name that actually lives up to how they are as a person. Menace to Sobriety.
Bullshit.
Oh, and then Kyle Curtis. The name that doesn't need any introductions or any further explaining from this neck of the woods.
You had a deal, Kyle. Just get out of.
There it is.
That's brilliant.
He should have won last year, and that should have been the end of it. And
Right.
he shouldn't have done anything stupid enough to get him
Right.
on the list this year. But the entire lawsuit, he just has to win.
He is the front runner. He actually is the candidate that you will lose money betting on when he wins. The actual legit thing that happens when you bet on a favorite. But we then have Bev, otherwise known as Try Thinking, which quite the prophetic name. Mr. Geometry is not math himself.
Thank you for getting that on there, by the way. Thank you so much.
I told you I was going to make it happen. I told you.
I appreciate it. That was my dark horse.
So who put in the copyright lawyer?
I don't know, but Richard
OPT.
P. Leibowitz.
Yeah, it was.
No.
See, I don't really
He
know.
actually-
I don't really know why they put anybody else on the list other than Leibowitz or Kyle, because I mean, nobody
KJ.
nobody else on this list approaches anywhere close
What about that dude that
to
got
what
himself
those two have
arrested?
done.
Let me say again, $5 million lawsuit. You have 3 of them that are neck and neck in that regard
I was
for
gonna say.
intensity of the dumb fuckery.
Leibowitz got himself thrown out of the only court system he could work in. And Kyle has litigated himself from a default judgment into probably going to jail. So, I mean,
Leibowitz didn't just get him kicked out of the only court system he could work in. He got himself kicked out of court systems he wasn't legally authorized to work in.
Yeah, I mean.
And I have a feeling KJ will end up being on the list next year. So.
Oh,
maybe she can upgrade herself to one of those two, but I mean, hers is stupid. But nobody approaches Leibowitz or Curtis. I mean, they're not even playing in the same league.
Leibowitz and Curtis are so.
Well, where those two have the leg up.
So where I think remind people why Leibowitz is on the list.
So while you're getting that, the reason why I see that Leibowitz and Curtis are neck and neck in that regard is because both of them have judgments against them. Katie doesn't.
Can you put the list
yet.
back up?
What was that?
Yeah, but the scale of Katie's is
hers is minor,
larger
versus federal.
So JM is just now. What angle are you going at this for? Like,
so wait, how is Red Black not on the list?
Are you going planned, like intelligent dumb fuckery, or just because you're dumb? JM Truth, love you, brother, but yeah, dumb. Nathan Thompson, dumb as a bucket of shit that you've dumped out and refilled.
Same with Ramette.
I can't point to anything specific that they have done in the last year that where other than just their normal level of placid dumb fuckery.
Calculated. There's lack of calculation.
It's who they are, and it's the same shit. I can't think of a specific. Oh wait, no. With JM, wasn't it the? It was when he tried to call out Reds. Well, with the 20-second video or something like that. That was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was this year, wasn't it? That wasn't calculated. That's
yeah,
pure dumb fuckery.
That's what got him on the list, as far as I remember.
Yeah. So that is pure lack of analytical skills, as I try and be
verification.
Yes. Not calculated, but lack of analytical skills and verification. When it comes to Kyle, that was deep calculation, deep planning that he thought was going to win.
I don't know how deep the calculation went. That was like half-ass calculation. Like
it took a lot of work.
Wait,
how many edits? Yeah, that's a lot of thought. To how many edits do I need to make to this individual PDF to make it look real? That's not just me accepting data that's coming in. That's me modifying things.
Submitting fraud to a court is pretty.
But he clearly didn't think about like the second and third order consequences of that action.
He
didn't think about the first order consequences.
Because he didn't think it was going to get. He thought that people were just going to look at it and say, "Yeah, it's real." It's not there. He didn't think that he was going to get caught and called out for.
I can't say how intelligent that was of a dumb fuck move because he didn't think about the thing that would happen immediately after he did the thing that he did.
Or he did and just
immediately in terms of, months, but whatever.
And then dug in.
I can see Kyle's not necessarily as dumb fuckery, but as pure panic.
Yeah.
I think it was just petty.
Panic?
Well, because if you there is a way, if you wanted to steel man his position, where there is a path where he just did a series of really, really bad decisions, but he got to a point of no return very quickly. Like there was points where he could have come back from it without having as big repercussions. His biggest misstep was trying to cover up and by actively submitting fraud to the court, to thinking that the court was going to be as dumb as a flat earther and just accept it at face value without realizing that there's a reason why we have a court system.
Well, it's like the
he
reason
submitted
why
he submitted forged stuff to a judge and lied under oath.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But
And obviously
before
lied
that,
to his lawyer.
So I
as
even
well.
rank him above Leibowitz. I mean, they're close, but I rank him above Leibowitz. I mean, Leibowitz at least right now doesn't look like he's going to prison.
True. But before even that point, there was a moment that Kyle could have gotten away and saved face. As soon as he started getting wind that, oh shit, they're looking at going after me for contempt.
How do I fix this? How do I
no
fix
doubt.
this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this?
Yep.
How do I fix this? How do I fix
Forged
this?
documents.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what. Okay. Do that. How do I fix this?
Yep.
Oh, good
Whereas
Lord.
Leibowitz, on the other hand, his entire
God, that
enterprise is poor decisions.
Sorry, I had to pull this one up. This is why JM is here.
Yes, the whole. Well, let's just CGI. Hang on, let me grab and polish my Emmy.
Yeah.
That's also called After Effects.
God, that is so hard to believe that was this year.
I know. Yeah.
So much has happened this year, though.
So that's another thing too. If you take KJ off, Leibowitz and Curtis, everybody else on this list is just okay. They just made themselves look like a fool in social media. That's it. That's the only thing they have.
I'm still
Pause for
pulling
1
for
second.
Bev, okay?
Pause for 1 second.
was my
God's
man.
honor, you mentioned you can't believe that that's this year.
Yeah.
My wife sent me this off of Reddit, and I think this really encapsulates this year.
Yeah.
Yup. Yup.
Yeah, pretty much. God damn it. Fucking Tiger King was this year.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, and
God
so
damn it.
here's something though. There is a slight difference with one of the other nominees there, though, Tech, and that would be Nate Brody himself. He was covering everything with the non-sec case, step by step by step. But then he had another video hit the algorithm, and his subscriber count jumped. Where'd a lot of those non-sec videos go?
Oh, they went private.
They went bye-bye because he didn't want his new subscribers to see how full of shit he is.
But once again, he just falls in the camp with making a fool of himself online. But
true.
Unless he helped.
There's a difference between that and there's a very large jump from that to what
the other two
Leibowitz
did
and,
in fucking court.
And then KJ, she approaches that, but
yeah.
And she might even be up there. Who knows? By the time that gets to the end, she might be up there with it. I don't know. We'll see.
Right. I think perhaps by the time everything goes through next year, because it'll take some time to go through the process, so she'll be a returning.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't have burned it on her this year. You should have waited until things happened and then made her a candidate for next year.
Oh, she
can get nominated again next year.
Yeah, she's still going to be a nominee for next year. And Blake, you can still hear us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I did that on purpose, Karis. So there is another reason why I asked, though, because there's a little something that does not leave this panel. It's not going to leave the panel on my end because
we have a wild Reds rhetoric in the chat.
Oh, it's Reds.
Hey, Reds. Oh God, you missed quite the thing. And yes, we are currently trying to rank the dumb fucks, but all right. So I'm gonna say something to the panel that the audience is not going to hear because I was sworn to keep it under wraps. But I would love to hear the reaction of the people that are on the panel because I trust you guys to leave it with you. So
I
make
don't
no
know
promises.
if we should.
So
Wait, Furball isn't in camera frame. Let's wait for his facial expression.
yes,
I'm having some
that's what
audio
I'm waiting
issues over
for.
the next. I'm having
I
audio
said
issues
it's
over the next few minutes.
Red's
hang
fucking
on, Reds. You know what? Special fucking guest. Give me one moment.
Yes.
And I say this hypocritically as I have my camera off right now.
Oh no, you need to turn yours on because I want to see your reaction to this too.
What? Like, I mean, what do I
Where's the
contribute?
snake?
I know nothing. I contribute little.
Snake has not moved. Still behind the monitor.
God's auditor, I'm here for the dick's jokes.
Hey, to be fair, it's probably because it's nice and warm because monitors give off a lot of heat.
Mm-hmm. Your snake likes it hot.
Warm
and there we
and
go.
moist.
Hangouts. Hangouts, Reds, you have the link. And I will even wait until you get here to hear this because, oh, you are going to laugh your ass off at it.
I have a question for Reds too. Keep it muted for a second.
Well, hang on.
Sorry.
Once he gets here.
I am muting my mic so people can't hear me while I tell you guys this. They are going to be able to hear your reactions to this little tidbit about a case that does not involve Reds. That
Is that supposed to be amazing? I know of a certain subreddit who would love the sound of that.
I'm thinking of a scene from The Dark Knight Rises.
Can you say icing on the cake?
Just a bit.
Oh yeah, and Reds, you kind of have to
taunt
unmute.
Of Toddy's lawyer.
I know.
Toddy's
I know I have to
lawyer.
unmute. I'm just being kind.
Make sure you don't mix up the unmute and turn on camera button, please.
Damn, hang on 1 second.
I'm not prepared for that.
Okay, it's unplugged. There's no chance of that happening now.
Good. We have met our requirements for safety for the show.
See, Furball, I'm not the only one.
Yep. Also, a bit of a disclaimer, and I always say this whenever I show up on Jared's shows. I am not military. I have never been military, so the whole stolen valor bullshit, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm. Thank you for inviting me
Stop
on.
saying
You
valor,
know,
asshole.
Have people tried that on you?
They failed because I literally said that within 5 seconds of coming in, and they were like, "Oh, well, fuck you anyway." Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Reds, weren't you completely wrong about whether service was proper?
No, actually, I wasn't. In fact, I remember being correct on that. Like, totally.
You got your check yet?
No, I'm never gonna get that fucking check. Yeah, my chances of getting that check are the same as Trump actually conceding and being a gentleman about it. Anyway, yeah, let's see. Bit of some news, honestly, for DFOTY. So I have in my possession some numbers that I would like to share with some peeps.
Okay. If any of the numbers include like 10,000 more than the others, that person was voted by Jared.
I'm going to tell you, as of right now, I'm not going to tell you who's won or the number of votes or anything like that. But based on numbers I'm seeing, I am going to give you guys the top 3 as of right now. Now, the votes have only been going on for less than 24 hours, but to keep you guys going for it, I'm going to tell you guys the top 3.
But Reds, do you have observers within 6 feet?
Have you seen them yourself?
Each of the candidates have independent observers.
This election is full of fucking and cheating and backdoor deals.
Oh
I was gonna say, isn't that recommended though?
There's
How many dead people voted? That's what I want to know.
And encouraged.
The last 10 generations of my family that have passed away have all voted.
My question would be,
electoral college rules?
Which of the people on this list of people being voted for is dumb enough to file lawsuits to try and overturn the vote that they won?
Is it
all of them?
Demand a
question.
recount.
Another question. Is the results orgasmic?
Yeah, I would say predictable.
Wow.
They are
Well,
predictably.
I mean,
have this vote in my mind.
Number 1 is Kyle.
predictable.
Number 2 is Kyle. Number 3 is Kyle.
You see, it's like this. A vegan atheist. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like having sex with me. You are guaranteed to be disappointed.
I don't know about that. You don't know me.
I really don't.
Hey, Karis, I'll let you know by the end of the week.
Hey, vegan. Let me ask you something. What is sexier to you? The 2 seconds of sex or the 90 minutes of crying?
Same.
I
I
mean,
mean-
Karis, the person crying for those 90 minutes is Reds.
I was going to
That's
say,
my
the way he
thing,
said it
so.
sounded like the lap dance is always better when the stripper is crying.
Karis, you
Hey,
can't
we don't
compare
kink shame
one
here.
sexual encounter to others, so you
Yes.
don't
We
let
don't
your
kink shame here.
shaded. All I'm
Blake,
saying.
get back against the wall. I did not give you permission to get down.
Okay, so the
Oh,
predictable
sorry.
top 3.
Okay.
And I'm actually shocked about this, but here's the predictable top 3. In no particular order: Kyle Curtis, Unirock, and Katie Joy.
I'm not surprised.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two of those I voted for.
So those are the top 3, and in very close behind all 3 of them. Because let me tell you something. Between all 3 of them, we're talking about a difference of 6 votes.
Nice.
And
6.
Red, you do realize you basically opened yourself up to litigation by KJ. right
Oh,
now.
of course, absolutely. 6.
Um,
6.
certain subreddit.
Well,
may or
Reds,
may not
you're in
have been
Florida,
And
so
highlighted.
I haven't even
demanding a
voted
recount.
yet.
You know,
Yeah, I
police
haven't
can't
voted
count.
either.
Right.
Yeah, so
I haven't
we're
even
within
voted yet.
6 fucking votes, and on top of this, batting up, I guess I'll give you top 4. Nathan Thompson, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
I knew he was going to be up there. And
Yep.
I voted for him too. I voted for 3 of them.
You know what? I have to say, Nathan Thompson, you fucking moron. Wow. I was oblivious to half the shit you did this year until people started DMing me. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah. Not to mention he had his own run-in with the court.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
more
you did.
I miss
Oh,
this
yeah,
situation,
he
the more
did.
grateful I am to be oblivious.
Wait,
So-
I have a
Shouting
bad
at, was
idea.
that this year? Or was that,
That
last
was this year.
Where he was shouting at the kids
That
at the
was this year.
playground.
I
Yep, that
have a
was this
bad idea. I think DFOTY needs a Sacco.
Well,
Last place gets an award.
I
Well,
said
DFOTY.
over and over again, we need to have honorable mentions.
Oh, we tried that
They're
last
all
year. We're not
honorable
doing that
mentions.
again. We are not
No.
doing that again. Because
But I enjoyed it last year.
the first 30 minutes was honorable mentions, and we're
I
like, wow, we
know.
didn't even start yet.
Just
Right.
being on is an honorable mention.
Oh boy, the honorable mention thing. But here's another thing. If KJ really wants to go down the lawsuit route, I invite it, because all I have to do is say one thing. All I have to do is point to the first 5 minutes of the video, as well as the first 5 minutes of the panel selection hangout, where I say, this is a joke. It should not be taken seriously by anybody. This is not a real award.
FTFE.
The court has constantly backed up figurative language and jokes, because guess what, motherfucker? Jokes are fine.
Jokes are a thing. They're gonna happen.
They're gonna
used to it.
happen. Jesus Christ. Stop being like, I mean, just take the fucking joke. Take it in stride. This isn't a real, we literally encourage people to cheat. We literally encourage people to cheat.
What was hilarious is
There
that
are no
last week,
rules.
Mooney tried to make it a
Dumb fuck
big
of the year
thing that
award.
Jared was admitting that he cheated.
Yes, cheat, and guess what? I can be bribed. I can be bribed.
Take this an advisement, everybody in the audience.
Hey,
Jared.
Reds. I'll bring my ponytail holder, my knee pads, and I want Uni to win. See you on Tuesday. Just saying.
Well,
Just saying.
wait, Reds.
And I
when
will watch.
When I lost my ponytail holder, I was not anticipating that you would be picking it up.
BM, wrangle a couple of privates for him too. The young ones.
I got a question for Reds though. How did you let your best friend be nominated?
Jared,
how many?
very long conversation.
Hey, Jared has a point. Reds. I mean, how many hours did you spend this year on the phone with Uni talking about things? You'd call him up when you needed advice.
Yes.
How did you let him down like this and put him on the list?
I mean, to be frank, okay, so
Your name's not Frank.
No,
You can't be Frank.
I have to acknowledge something because Unirock is right. I was wondering how I could make money figuring my asshole on a webcam, and unfortunately,
There's no step in between those two things.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was trying.
And you don't even have to show your face.
Give me really bad advice on how I could make money.
Red's Frederick OnlyFans.
Speaking from experience, his asshole is far better looking than his face.
I don't understand. Reds, don't
I
listen to
love
them.
that you know
Don't
that,
listen to
Jared.
them.
From
I've
experience, really.
heard the comments. They're all full of shit.
And we did talk about hairy asses before, so.
Dude, you have no idea.
You know
have
what?
no
Hair
idea.
asses give me more to run my fingers through, so it's
Absolutely.
Listen.
I'm not
Well,
shaving
to be
next
fair,
time.
I know Red's
Sorry.
not a minister. They are saying they want to weaponize Red's face.
Girl, let me tell you something. My ass is so hairy, my diarrhea comes out filtered water.
That makes you naturally environmentally friendly.
Yes.
I don't have a response for that, Jared.
Just slurp it up.
I mean,
not touching
we're all
that.
wanting to
I'm
go
gonna let
green
Coral
here,
and
and like the
Karis go after that one.
natural solution is in you.
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
I know that most
You are the solution to our problem with our rivers and streams. I mean, we could install you in our rivers. You would clear
Just
it up.
put your ass
downstream.
in.
And just
I'm gonna need an endless supply of
filter.
Taco Bell
Ass
and
filter.
White Castle.
Or dicks.
We could probably make that happen.
Save us, Red's Frederick. You are our only hope.
Oh, we're all fucked then.
Yeah.
And crew. For you and anyone else who don't know, a few years ago, I was down in Florida due to a training with work. And at the time, people thought Reds and I were the same person. So me being the lovable asshole that I am, I jumped onto a live stream while on the phone, through the phone, in the car, with him driving, and we started to fuck with people.
Nice. Although, to be fair, you two could never be seen in the same place.
You guys
together.
sound very similar. Your syntax, your
I
voice
have to call
inflection.
bullshit. I have to call bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna
Absolutely
say.
not.
Nope.
No,
I-
Jared sounds
very
like what I like to call a human being. I sound like a toucan with a kazoo stuck in his throat.
You know,
Well, I
I've
was
never
gonna
heard such a thing, so I'd have to disagree. Or I guess I'd have to plead ignorance. Considering you do sound so similar, I guess I could say that Jared sounds like a toucan with a.
Well, see, now that my virgin ears have been destroyed, we can continue.
Thank God your virgin eyes have not.
I
'cause you
just
would not
missed
recover
Robert
from
there
that.
again. Poor Robert.
Although, I do have to say though, Reds, it's a shame you don't have a car that could cook hot dogs like that anymore.
Oh yeah, I remember. God, I miss my Trans Am.
You still got that spark? Dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I am oh my god. Let me tell you something. I reclaimed my virginity when I picked up that car. It was great.
I believe it.
It was yeah, but no, there was this asshole that was like tailgating us or something like that. So what I did while Jared was in the passenger seat is I spat a 7-foot flame out the ass end, and he backed off really fucking quick.
Nice.
And unfortunately, when
Did
it was
you
on the
put your
lift,
ass out the window? Like,
I'm working on the mechanics here. I don't quite understand.
right? I don't understand.
Story time.
Oh, that stopped him from
Right.
tailgating. Creep. I cooked his paint. I cooked his fucking paint.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, in a car tuned for the drag strip, drop down a lower gear and gun it.
Got it.
Well, it's not even that. Just, you can do that with a ricer too. Just
Oh
drop
no,
a
we did it
gear
to a ricer. That's what made it even better.
Good God.
Was it a proper ricer or was it a tuner?
Oh no, proper ricer. We're talking stickers and one of those fake plastic hood scoop thingies.
Yeah,
Did it have a fin that was at least 3 feet high?
The pissed off bumblebee in the beer can.
What color is it?
It's basically one of those. It was one of those cars with the muffler that you could fist fuck.
Nice.
A fart can.
I've never tried that, but it often burns your hand. I would imagine.
Oh, BM, I'm talking all the way to the shoulder. All the way to the shoulder.
Hip to base. So you're saying like 3/4 of an inch.
It's amazing. It sounds like a batch of pissed off bees.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a shame Reds didn't show up about an hour ago.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
God,
No,
great,
no.
great conversation.
We do not need to.
You mean the rage quit that I
instigate that
precipitated?
conversation again.
No, you know what? No, I have to say this because I miss I kind of made a mistake during that conversation. I understand that you guys were having your debate and that we all kind of disagreed with him on that point, but my oh my god comments were they didn't contribute anything. They served to tear him down, whether we agreed with him or not. And I think I was in the wrong. He deserves respect as a person, and his arguments that need to be dissected, not him as a person. And I think I erred.
And I will counter that with when he said he wanted it to happen. I as like, are you sure? The response was, oh hell yeah.
I would like to push Karis. I would like to push that entire conversation aside as immaterial because that's what this show is about. And you have all failed me again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where's your snake at? Yeah.
Thank you. So
I was about to
as
ask.
I completely derail the conversation, the only reason I remember, the only reason I even remembered this is because the snake decided. The snake decided to remind me.
Do I need to get Bailey? Do I need to get Bailey?
Yes. Yes, you do.
He's so cute.
The snake is decided
right between the monitors.
So if you want
failed
a
me.
snake with a really cute face, go for either ball python or hognose. Hognoses are adorable, even though they're a little bit more temperamental.
Noodles.
Ball pythons
Noodles.
are they're
I need to
Noodles
put a
lit
fucking bell on
wants
this
to give
thing.
Nikki
Seriously.
a kiss.
I haven't thought about this snake for 20 minutes, and suddenly he just boop, pokes his head up like snakes tend to do when they want attention.
He's trying to join the conversation. What are you talking about?
Oh, the snake.
He is. Seriously, let me switch the.
I saw that tongue. It was all over Nikki.
I love snakes. Who else here likes snakes?
Well,
Snakes.
I have a python, so I have to say I do.
Yes, God's Otter. Snakes.
Snake.
Snakes.
No, yes. I love snakes.
SNEK.
Danger noodles.
So
Yes.
I have 4 pets, and my snake is the most docile of them all.
Remember, you have to
Thank
call
you.
things properly. If you don't like the snake, then it's a nope rope. Now, if you,
Or a danger
Somebody
note.
can give Nikki a
do like
kiss.
the snake,
Yeah,
then
you want to
then it's a
yank
boop
the
noodle.
nope rope?
Oh, come on, Nikki.
A boop
Yeah.
stick.
If you like the snake, then it's a boop noodle.
Move that over
It's a
there.
danger noodle.
Oh. Come on,
Friends,
Nikki.
I've tried.
Noodle a
boop
It's the
kiss.
ears. It's the
Not
ears.
Give
It's
Noodle
the
a kiss.
neck ears.
Oh, look at that little pupper face.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, Nikki, no.
My noodle
One
likes
side.
to help me do dishes. She just kind of, and then she falls as a form of transportation. It's like plop. I hear the plop. It's like Bailey, no, are you okay? She's like, I'm cool, and she just goes periscoping across the floor while I'm trying to do dishes. Like, get
Snake
back
is
over here.
safe.
Well, my new household has a new pet, and I realized I still have my pet instincts because I woke my sorry ass up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I was like sleeping, fast asleep, and then I woke up. I was like, who's eating plastic? Still got it. Fuck yeah, still got it.
Historical philosopher in the side chat says, not a fan of snakes. I understand they are not everybody's cup of tea. I will defend my decision by pointing out that they are silent, and being on the autism spectrum, I really value lack of noise. They also don't shed a ton of fur around the house. They don't bark at you. They don't attack your
try
feet
to
like
attack
my
your
cat
legs.
does. Right. So, I have a lot of positive things to say about snakes, not to mention that in the sun, they are glittery. They're like jewels.
They're gorgeous.
So they are absolutely beautiful. They're like little dragons. So, those are my reasons, and I absolutely understand the skittishness around snakes. I never thought that I would be a snake owner. I've had her for a year. It has been wonderful.
I blame my snake on you.
They're epic. I love
multiple
snakes,
facets,
especially and you can like and they stay still for pictures, so you can make like diagrams. Be like, these are peepers, these are noodle necks, this is a smelly flicker, and this is a nom nom seeker, and those are for finding cheese boys.
Have you seen the things that sometimes people like crochet? Yeah, I'm on the r/crochet subreddit.
Okay, Grandma.
Yeah, I'm.
Hey,
I'm
my
the
husband
Joe Grandma now.
crochets.
So yeah,
I'm just
men
saying.
who crochet are pretty sexy, though. They're
It's
better
sexy.
behind a sewing machine. Men behind a sewing machine. Oh my god. Anyway, I digress.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
telling you, he's fucking great at it.
I have an actor friend who goes behind the sewing machine and he makes masks for everyone. Hot as fuck. Anyway, we're talking about snakes, not theirs. And
Sorry. I mean, we could talk about both, but
we
yeah.
could. What was I talking about? I just got distracted.
I prefer
But
hand
I will
stitching,
say
not
that
machine.
I do want, well, I did want a snake really bad when I was a teenager. I wanted an albino boa constrictor because they are gorgeous and banana yellow and they have the beautiful ruby red eyes. But I currently have bunnies, and these two will not meet.
Bunnies.
Hang on.
Bunnies and boas, they
Buddies.
meet, but not in a friendly context.
Right.
Bunnies
Exactly.
and seed. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Jared. Jared.
That's why I don't have any snakes, though, is because I wouldn't be able to feed them.
Jared, I need to derail for a quick moment and share my screen.
Oh, that's a common theme here. Go right ahead.
Okay, so
We don't derail here. What are you talking about?
let me know if you guys can see the Twitters. Tell me if you can see the Twitters.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, you can see the Twitters. All right, I'm gonna click view right here and get ready for the dumb fuckery that you're about to read.
Oh, I'm excited.
3, 2, 1. You guys know at Astronomy Live and at Red's Rhetoric actually paid me Bitcoin to stop exposing these hoaxes. Why would they pay me if they knew I was wrong? Let me tell you what didn't happen.
Wow.
See, this
This
is
was
why you
16
can't
minutes
afford
ago.
the other camera equipment that you want, is because you keep paying them to not express my emotions.
The truth comes out finally.
Wow.
Isn't
We
this
all
the
knew
dumb
you could be
fuck that
bought.
claimed to win a debate that he never showed
Never
up to?
showed up to. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you win a
absolutely.
debate right there.
So
Show up.
that
didn't
happened,
lose, right?
and I'm going to retweet that and going. So let me tell you how this is bullshit. Wow.
Start
That
with
is
how it's not bullshit.
top dog bullshit right there.
Mhm.
Can we get Donnie to keep doing this into next year for?
Sean Carroll in the side chat says, "Oh, that guy."
Yep,
Oh,
that
guy.
one.
That guy.
So, Reds, when do I get my next paycheck?
Right? How do I get on the list?
You know, I could always use more money for the PC.
Right?
Let's be honest. We're all on a list. It may not be
gotta-
the list you think of, but we're all on it.
I had things to see
Indeed.
and do. I could use extra money.
Are we talking about those NASA shill paychecks? I can pick them up this week if you want.
Yeah, you forgot to send me mine.
Yeah, Kathy in accounting is finally getting ready for the end of the year.
This
As long
one's
as
for
it's not
Red.
Karen. Not Karen.
No. We got rid of Karen.
This one's for Reds.
I'm cutting my hair and Dad was going.
I like how you picked 3 of them. Epic.
That's fantastic.
This is courtesy of Aussie Baller.
That's
no,
great.
my question is that the younger picture of the ones that Red's murdered with his car?
I was going to say
That was the
something,
before picture.
PM, yeah.
Let me tell you something. I ramped those motherfuckers.
I'm so
You
It
had
wasn't even
radiator bacon.
consensual.
Oh, it gets even better. So here's the thing. The police report said that there was 4 pigs because one of them got split in half and was counted as a separate pig.
What the fuck happened?
Oh, yeah, Reds. I
That's
don't
kind of
think Claire
constitutional.
knows the story.
They took my
I've been a
car.
little out of the loop.
Yeah.
Karis, all you have to know is that the 3 pigs, they took my car and I took their lives.
So, did you huff and puff and blow their house down?
Oh, I did more than that. I did a lot more than that.
Rammed into it at 70 miles an hour.
Yep.
Not by the hair, their chinny chin chin.
Yes.
There's no hair left.
None.
I imagine. See, it's kind of like this.
T-bone the
Karis
bacon.
train. The 3 little pigs wanted to go.
They counted it as 2.
Listen, Karis. The 3 little pigs wanted to go across the street to get some water. The 3 little pigs started to cross the road. Surprise, motherfuckers!
I still think you should have butchered what was left over and made
Historical
yourself some red
philosopher in the
sausage.
side chat.
Hey,
Reds
God's
the
daughter,
destroyer of
he sent me
pigs.
the pictures of his radiator bacon, so there wasn't much left to butcher.
There wasn't
Yeah.
nowhere near enough.
It's
for a
more
butcher.
like
Half, then you know the
bacon
job's mostly
dust.
done.
Yeah.
Bacon dust.
So here's the thing. The next morning, the tow truck came to tow away my now disabled vehicle, and there was flies all around my fucking car, and the tow truck driver just came up to me and said, "Yummy."
Well, you got to get on that shit quick, man.
You know, that would make a lot of people tease.
And then because of that accident that didn't happen, because
Right,
those
Turbo.
pigs that didn't die, and that car that wasn't wrecked, and the GoFundMe that Reds fraudulently enlisted other people to buy him a new car because it was all
Oh, yeah.
fake, and then Unirock claimed that he's dumb fuck of the year.
Oh,
Because don't
Yeah,
forget
Jared.
that was this year too.
I cannot believe that was all this year.
That was this year too.
Yeah, that was this year where he said I had made a 38-minute long video just exposing that fucking shit, and he honestly said that my car accident was part of the scam, or you should look at me with suspicious eyes. I go, I had a dash cam. I posted the video of me slamming into these fucking boars at 70 miles an hour.
Thank
Yeah, Reg,
you.
that was some really good
That's what I wanted.
CGI, man. I have to
My
say
new
that's some really
dash
good
cam.
CGI, dude.
You've reminded me
Karis?
of the what?
You know why I have a dash cam in my car? Because of that ugly man right there.
Yes.
Ugly man.
Oh,
The hideous one that won't let us see his face.
What are you talking about?
I have a dash cam in my car because of Reds guilted me into getting one. You've got to have one.
Paris
Yeah,
does not
I got one 'cause I live in
understand the
Florida.
reference. She's a little bit out of the loop. Reds has a running
there is
joke.
nothing- there is nothing wrong with Reds. I don't care if somebody did tell me that Reds' nose was like a
Karis, can
Why?
I?
So,
yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
take?
hold on,
Let me tell you something, Karis. My face is the reason crib death is a thing.
Now you understand, Karis.
I've brought 3 of my girlfriends to Florida because abortion was
Doesn't
illegal
matter.
where we conceived.
It
Reds'
just
real
does
name
not
is
matter how many
you
times
took
we
me to
tell
Florida. I
Reds.
did
I've
never
tried,
understand.
Karis.
It was
just-
instantaneous, wasn't it? You saw Reds and it happened.
I did not see Reds. I probably would have
Karis,
come, and then I took
my,
the
my,
fish.
my face is illegal in 17 U.S. states and the District of Columbia.
Well, like you shouldn't like include it with magazines of that size.
His real name is Sids.
No, I refuse. I'm not taking part in this joke, Reds. It's just fine.
My face is the originator of the SARS virus.
He tries so hard, and it's cute. But
You know that Reds claims that he's a lot younger than he was, but he was born in the 1940s in Hiroshima.
Can
And as
you
soon as
can you turn me? He's a fucking vampire. Can you turn me?
his
You don't want
birth
that kind of vampire.
instantly evaporated hundreds of thousands of people.
What?
So what? He's like grandfather Nurgle.
No, let's
pondering
flashback.
the power.
Let's
God, how
flash
much
back
of
to
this do I
earlier
drink? Holy
conversations.
shit.
Red
I'm like,
was the Carrington event.
I'm not saying I didn't say it. I did not say it. I am trying to be good.
Karis, here's the thing. Now, you know as well as I do that Bud Light tastes like a raccoon ejaculated in an old wet log.
I'm sorry, try this again.
So you know as well as I do that Bud Light tastes like a raccoon ejaculated in an old wet log.
I will submit to your knowledge.
Listen, when I was younger, I did some films that I'm not exactly proud of. But moving on from that, I want you to know that looking at my face will put that taste in your mouth.
I've had many tastes in my mouth.
I was gonna say, this is the conversation I'm willing to go down. Is the things put into Karis's mouth?
Jay, did you get
Coral
that one?
would know. Coral would know because
yes, I do.
she's put a little bit over half of those tastes in my mouth.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Vegan, you're gonna have to stock up, vegan. You're gonna need some eye drops from a brand called Clorox.
See, Reds, this is what I'm counting on if I get COVID, because I get everything. And I could just drink bleach and Coral.
And UV.
You don't want
I wear
COVID.
I wear SPF 100 though, so I don't know about you.
You don't want COVID.
Karis,
Trust me.
Karis, we've already established that if you need something that'll kill anything, you can drink Reds, and it'll only take 2 seconds, and then 90 minutes of crying.
First of all, you know very well that I take far longer than 2 seconds on a guy.
And
Oh no,
I'm
he
done
2
by
seconds and then crying.
The mouth.
No, he wouldn't be allowed. I don't allow it. There are ways to prevent it.
Can confirm.
2020.
Oh.
Here you go.
Reds, you had the floor.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Not.
Reds, welcome to BTW.
Right, welcome.
This is great. I missed you guys. It's great. It's lovely. So, but BM Furball, you had to you kind of owe me now.
Just
Why
remember.
Okay, now,
Just
now
remember.
this is another one of my kinks.
Hang on,
so
hang
I'm
on,
okay
hang
with
on.
this.
Furball.
Let me hear more.
Word of advice:
Coral
soft
loan
but
shark?
firm touch, and maintain eye contact.
Never disappoints.
And he likes the brand name Dove.
And it's only 2
And-
seconds. It's only 2 seconds.
Oh, for you?
Hey, Blake. Blake,
For you,
Yes,
we might
Carl?
go 2.5.
Yes, Carl.
can I see your snake?
I would. You might be able to see my snake momentarily if it falls across the camera, because it is currently crawling across the top of my monitor.
Itty bitty little sneaky.
I will leave that alone for someone else to hurt you.
Hey, Furball.
Please don't make me beg.
So, Reds, what do I owe you and why?
Okay, so you owe me. Now, here's the thing. I base that fact on absolutely nothing. And I want you to pay me back by... I want you to reenact a scene with me from my favorite show.
Titanic.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
I like
Ooh,
this
role
already.
playing.
Yes, but you have to role play with me.
This is another one of my kinks.
But can we bring Cheshin?
I think she's on her own channel right now streaming.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jared. You have the ability to pipe the audio through, right?
Which audio do you want piped through?
Perfect.
Oh.
I need so
Hold
I
on.
need you.
Furball, Icarus from the side chat says check the snake. Okay, Reds, as you were saying.
Yes, so BM Furball, I need you, and I would like us, I should say, to role play in this scene. So,
Can I be the
Jared,
dom?
if you can do me a favor, can you
No, I'm
please
going to be the
play
sub.
the scene that I have sent to you, and that way BM can be familiar with what he's getting into.
So wait, does BM need a safe word?
Oh God!
What is?
Oh
I was
my
gonna.
God.
You took
and
my thing. I wanted to know what the safe word was.
Oh my God!
Okay, so the safe
No,
word.
it's Daddy.
No.
Uh-uh.
The safe word is stretch.
Oh God! Hang on.
It's supposed to not be a word that might come up during the middle of a session. I don't think that would be an appropriate one.
Just
try.
hang on.
Try kumquat.
I am even now. I am not drunk enough for this conversation.
I have to fly tomorrow. At some point, I have to sleep tonight.
Okay,
I mean,
all right. Before you go,
The safe
Jared,
word cannot be stretch. I'm just saying.
Jared, she needs to know why stretch is appropriate here.
Oh,
Which shape for three of us?
Give me a moment. Let me get the audio changed over.
You know.
And right now, the audience cannot hear you guys, so one moment. Let's put you into... There we go. All right. All right. Can you guys hear me? All right. There we go.
Better.
All right, there we go. Now
on,
the
Jared.
audience can
Let's
hear
take
you
it. You'll
guys.
be punished later.
Can you guys hear me?
I will. In
Don't
February.
worry. I'll be talking to his wife.
Uh-huh.
Nope, you guys can't hear me.
For Furball.
As Mrs. Furball would say,
And as Jared would say, why did he think that was a
There we
good
go.
idea?
By the way, I love
All
her.
right, all right. You guys can hear me now, right?
Mrs. Furball
Yes.
is fucking
Yes.
amazing.
Okay.
I love her.
Had to switch the audio over. Now for this.
All right. So being Furball, this is the scene we have to recreate together.
Are you on top or bottom?
Oh, you're You're
gotta start with him
even
against the
more
wall.
excited. Yes, we got role play.
Oh.
And we're gonna
No,
find
Red,
out whether
Red,
you're a
Red.
top or a bottom.
Do you know
Okay.
what he does? He has handcuffs.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna make it even better for the public. I'm gonna give them the visuals as well.
No shit.
Oh, fudge. No, I was
weird.
actually aiming for the audio only, but the visuals as well. Oh, that'd be great.
If you reenact Two Girls, One Cup, I'm out. That's what I'm saying.
Such a pleasure. Such a pleasure.
Jared, thank you so much for going above and beyond for this shit.
Now you guys can hear it, right?
Jared will bend over backwards.
No, we can't.
He bent over forwards for me.
Who's bending? Yes. Because we still don't know who's the top and who's the bottom.
I'll tell you what. I would like to be the cop.
I don't know the words to this.
Hang on.
Furball isn't used to not being the cop, so you might have to give him some time.
I mean, I thought we already said that he had the handcuffs.
He does.
And he has the snake, so it's okay.
On the badge.
At the moment.
And
I'm
of
so
course,
sorry,
Chrome
Furball. Oh,
wants to be.
Oh, what do we have here?
Why did I think this was
I have
a good
an
idea?
issue here.
I don't know.
I just
I'm just
Oh, I
love
did at this
watching a
point.
warrant officer get roasted.
Fuck you, God's auditor. Fuck you and all of your dicks.
Yes.
Here's my E4.
Oh,
after
please,
sitting there
please
watching
say that
going,
again.
"Yeah."
We're purple wrap today, so it's Saints
Yes.
Row
Yes.
dildo all again.
Get your hands on a purple wrap dicks, Karis.
That's right.
Wow.
That is the only weapon my brother uses on Saints Row with the purple dildo.
All right, Jared, we're ready.
And that's the only thing I remember for Saints Row.
Here's the
because
here's the
that's only
thing. The Chrome audio settings do not want to update.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, damn it. Hey, Reds, Tuesday night in person?
Absolutely. Okay, how about this? Fuck it. I'm going to do
All right.
the old-fashioned way.
Well, if you have
hang
trouble
on.
see on
Hang
Tuesday,
on.
I want to
No,
hear that
Reds,
film.
I got a better idea.
Right? I'm going to
Jay?
say I'm about to start pouting.
Nope. Hang
Oh,
on.
by the way, Verili in the side chat says it's hard being the prettiest guy on the panel, huh? Being Furball.
There we go. There we go, Jay. Pipe that up.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh no, Reds, we got Jay on it, so.
Yep.
I'm just the prettiest that is willing enough to put the camera on.
I've got to tell you, I don't do this kind of thing very often. You're sure you're not a cop, right? No way! Let's just get to this, baby. All right.
So, you are agreeing to have sex with me for $100, correct? Sure, I have the money right here.
Remember, he's going to give us the code word to move in. Wait for the code word. Stretch. Code word is stretch. Copy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, get those pants down. Oh, you feel good. Oh, you're a nasty little aren't you? Yeah, let me see that hot penis of yours. Oh, yeah, nice.
I'm not the cop.
Pausing for
I'm not
audio-
the cop.
Pausing for commentary
Reds
purposes.
is the cop.
No. Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay, I'm ready when you are. Oh, yes.
I'll be
That's
AFK
great.
for a
Yeah, you
minute.
like it? Oh, I love it. Yeah, you're a dirty.
Yeah, come on, harder. Deep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, teach me a lesson, Daddy. Teach this little whore a lesson. Yeah.
Nobody can know.
Oh, man. Thank you. That was great. Yeah, you really worked it, Daddy. You really gave my little hole quite a stretch. That's it. Move in. Get the police! Freeze! You are under arrest for soliciting prostitution. Book him, boys. Please don't do this. I have a wife and kids. A wife and kids. And you're out here trolling the streets for prostitutes. You make me sick. Take him downtown, boys. I'm going back on the street.
At least he got to finish.
Oh, man.
You
So
left
wait,
out the
Purple,
part
that
of
was
the
you last
DNA
week?
evidence.
God damn.
So, BM, yes, my place on Tuesday, and
And I definitely want to be there now.
Yeah, when
I'll be sure to be there to film it. Don't worry.
Okay, so who wants to answer this?
Watching it via video isn't the same.
No, you can you get it on Red's fans only.
Only
stream.
fans. Yeah. So
Only
who?
fans.
Usually it's Nikki that's complaining about me and Karis not having videos.
All right. So
And now we will be able.
Hold up, everyone. There's a question from chat that someone on the panel, anyone on the panel, is free to answer. What the actual fuck are we listening to?
I posted the link into the chat for everybody.
we are listening to My Fantasy. Don't kink shame me. That's
Oh no, more than that.
Never
I
will.
said
Never
the
will.
future.
That actually happened to be on Purple last week.
No,
Recording of it.
God
That's
damn it.
not the meat gazing he was doing.
All of the meats.
If I remember right, at the end of that scene, there's a question about don't we need DNA evidence to confirm this all happened? So the particular cop grabs like an evidence bag, bends over, and then expels all of the DNA from all of the Johns into the bag.
Yes.
Yes.
Purple, y'all like you weren't even there. You were there, bro.
I was tempted
you
to
there?
walk out into my living room and pick up my handcuffs and just start playing with them, but not now. Nope, not now.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna send you a purple wrapper.
Some of us have you covered.
And to answer the question that may be on everyone's minds, the snake is okay. The snake is now on that monitor.
Brilliant.
The running gag. The running gag. Where's Blake's snake now?
That's right. And can we see your snake?
Not without permission of both parties.
Well, look, if you guys are
how
gonna
do
see
we
a
know-
snake, I want to
Consent
see
is
my
the
window
word.
boobies. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Now that
it's
we know
the
what's
boob
going
window.
on Tuesday.
The boob
BM.
window.
What's that?
call me, maybe.
My camera is not on. There is no boob window right now.
None.
And now I am heading off to bed for rocket launch tomorrow. So take care,
All right.
peeps.
Later, Red.
Later,
Thanks for
Red.
coming, Reds.
Oh,
Boob window.
I miss some already.
now the boob window's back.
Boob window's back. All right.
Hey guys, go.
Garrus, you need to get a
Easy.
red cape so that way
Aw.
you can play it off as a Power Girl cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I should like crochet that or something.
Yes.
What?
Probably could.
Your camera is way too high.
There's nothing I can do about that.
I'm not sure if that's the camera he was
More.
talking about.
No.
No.
More.
Wrong camera.
More.
Well, you know, if someone's asking for more,
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Good God.
let's just say there's probably good reason why the camera's off.
No shit.
I am not allowed to comment on this.
We try not to sexualize Garrus.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
We're
what?
not supposed to do what?
I said we try not to sexualize Garrus.
That's debatable.
Why? Wait, no. Wait, no. When I say why, the majority of the rest of this panel, yes. Yeah, no. I'll cut you. Me? No, it's okay.
Explain yourself, Favor.
What?
What?
Explain yourself.
Huh?
You done did it now, buddy. You done fucked up.
What just happened?
She's asking you to explain yourself.
Nobody
Me?
can be expected to
Oh
understand.
shit! No, I was just I'm playing off of Community. We try not to sexualize Annie. Sorry, no one caught that reference.
No, we're full party. We sexualize everyone.
Duly noted.
We don't discriminate. Everyone gets sexualized. You kidding me?
I mean, I do show everyone my snake, so it's only kind of expected.
See? People are starting to get it. People are starting to understand. It's to the point where I think YouTube might actually at some point stop trying to demonetize me.
Oh God! If I'm contributing majorly to that,
Oh
I'm
no,
so sorry.
no.
No, you're good.
No, there's plenty of other
I
reasons
will
that
be
they do.
contributing to that so much.
Oh no, Karis. The Canar with Damar, where we were just talking about why we enjoyed the Star Trek franchise, which yes, that topic was entirely just to piss you off for not being able to be there, Blake.
I wasn't able to see tonight. I'll have to watch it later.
Oh no, this was a couple weeks ago.
No, yeah, so this was the other week, the prior episode. It still got yellow monetization for I have no fucking clue why.
So Jeff was having this problem on an almost weekly basis at one point, and he was showing me his rough drafts. I told him to just lay into them in his appeals thing. I said, just grill them. And so he did. And he started bragging on to me about how he had one view on a video and it had already gotten remonetized, and they normally don't do that. So just grill them.
Yeah, I've already started poking every time I see yellow. No, review it. See, here's the thing. YouTube would be so much better if anytime they took these actions, if anytime they made these decisions, if they gave a reason why.
Mm-hmm.
No, little bit of feedback goes a long way.
Don't do that, Coral. Don't do that. I hear enough during the week. I don't need it on the weekends, too.
I wouldn't know where he hears this.
Yeah. Right there.
So Coral, say we meet up in St. Louis.
Absolutely.
I say we look at this coming week.
See you next
And we
Tuesday.
invite
All
Nikki.
right.
Uh-huh.
Damn it. God
Nikki,
damn it.
Nikki. Say like Thursday. Say this coming Thursday. We meet up in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have pictures, please? Videos? Texts?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No boys allowed.
Blake.
Well, like
Well,
everyone
that's
knows,
okay.
if it wasn't filmed, it never happens. You know, it's the rule.
Never.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not going to be filmed. I'm just saying you're going to be able to see it.
Hang on. I got a question for Furball.
All right, last question, because I got to start getting ready for bed.
Is the football game still going on?
Huh?
In a week?
Yes. Jared, yes.
The Army-Navy game.
Oh, no. I am not going to that. Sorry.
But yes.
I will not be there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Furball,
but yes.
Before you leave,
yeah.
Can I see your snake one last time?
Coral, just for you. Just
yeah,
for
because
you.
the tea was surprisingly large.
With Coral, just
You
for
have
you.
no idea how true that is.
With permission.
See, that's the problem is I'm drunk, so everything is a true statement.
Karis, can I show Coral my snake?
Go ahead and show Coral your snake. Anything for Coral. I can share.
You're such a good sharer.
Oh my god.
Isn't he beautiful?
Gorgeous.
So beautiful that you could spend like
little
hours just playing with him.
I could.
Stroking it. Wait, what?
It's almost like I have.
But did you finish crocheting the new sweater?
See, actually, Jared, I finished crocheting the other scarf. You saw the one. I finished the other friendly.
See, she's working on the new one that we discussed earlier, but she needs more yarn, a lot more yarn, a lot more yarn.
Right there.
What?
All right, we're talking about something other than your ego.
What?
For my noodle.
I want to finger it.
I want to finger it too.
Yes, I have that, God's Auditor.
I don't think I'm even going to try to request a review on this one at this point.
Jay, don't even think about it.
Too late.
This is going to be one of those ones that has like 30 ads right at the beginning and then nothing for 2 hours.
All right, well, I have to go. I need to put my snake away, my noodle away, and then get ready for bed because I have to fly in the morning.
All right.
Thank you for letting us play.
See you,
with
sir,
your
Bob.
snake for a
It's
little
good seeing
bit.
you again, man.
Yeah, good seeing you. And Coral, you know,
Yes?
if you talk nice to me and you get permission,
Uh-huh.
I'll show you my snake next weekend too.
Damn, okay.
As long as I get in on the action, she can see whatever she wants.
Oh, you're always there, Karis.
Oh, we might actually exclude Furball. It'll just be you and me.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No, Jared, I don't.
I need to
Girl,
survive,
no.
though. I need to survive. That's all I request is survival.
You barely survived last time. I can make
Doesn't
no
arrive till
guarantees.
That's true. That is very true. That is very true. Hydration is the key.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
All the things that are going down.
February is going to be hard, isn't it?
Wow.
All right. Well, everyone. Adios. Have a good night. I will talk to you all later.
William Shatner.
Hey, man.
You suck, my dude.
Just for you, Furball.
Lettuce.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, but you know, there's gonna be more before he actually passes out.
Never mind.
But I did remember to make sure that he sees his homework for next week.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't.
What?
Oh no, I made sure that Furball got his homework assignment for next week because of the topic on the next Canar with Damar.
What's that?
Which we
Jared, it's always the taskmaster. It's one of the things that makes him so sexy.
I can be. So
What's the homework?
Jared would be amazing with a whip.
Mm.
Can you
Damn,
imagine?
okay.
Imagine
I'm sure he
Jared
has
with a
that.
whip.
I was thinking paddle, but okay.
No,
No,
his
no.
voice is a whip already.
one or the
Mm.
other.
Jared, you were an NCO, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
There it is.
I was also an instructor.
Is there anybody here who wasn't an NCO? I mean,
I was not.
I was
was
not.
I refused.
I was just a little petty officer, so
I didn't even make
Just a
petty
regular
officer, so fuck
HM2.
off.
I was just an MM.
Just gunner saint. Playing with my guns.
MM3 crane.
Yeah, I was in.
MM3. Nice. Master at Arms. That's what's up.
No.
see, back,
Machinist
back,
mate.
back in my day, Nikki, FT's actually got third class out of A school.
MM is not master at arms. MM is machinist mate.
That's right. MA.
Nuclear.
My bad. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Tech. They just
ended that.
We
like
had
a
to
year
play
and a
with the
half
oil.
before I
It
got
was
to A
fun.
school.
Hey,
I refused
lubrication
to go to
is
E5
important.
school.
We got to play with pumps, and you know how you know what? Just go on.
like wiping up the oil.
But so, crew, to
Little bilge rat.
just to solidify the point on why my delivery can be what it is at times, I was made a shop supervisor as an E4, as a third class. I was already put into a supervisory role.
Don't talk down about third classes. I was a third class.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that's impressive. But okay.
How many third classes?
Mafia, man.
Well, how many third classes, as they're checking into a new command, their LPO is like, "Oh yeah, by the way, hurry the fuck up and finish your check-in because you're my new day check supervisor."
Yeah, probably not many.
That doesn't happen unless they don't have any other third classes.
We know, Jared, you're bragging, but you have every right to.
No, what actually helped is the second class who was currently running days was starting his process out, and the LPO used to be one of my production supervisors at the prior command.
Got it. So
that helps. Yeah, that definitely helps.
So he already knew going in. He was like, "Yeah, no, you're not pussyfooting around. I'm throwing you right in."
So what you're saying is
the fire.
Wait, Karis, as an MM, let me ask you this question real quick, because this happened on our ship. How do you confuse the water pump and the oil pump?
Pardon me?
So we were doing a unrep, and somehow they pumped the fuel into our water tanks and the water into the fuel tanks. How did that get confused?
How the fuck does that happen?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Ask the person it happened to.
Yeah.
We had to go almost 3 weeks without water because, they had to drain the whole shit and refill it up again.
That sounds pretty dumb.
Wait a minute.
It was nasty.
I am sorry it happened to you, and I don't know how those got confused. I am sorry that they did.
Wait,
I gotta go, guys. I'll talk to you all later.
Later, Jay.
Later.
Hey, Jay.
What?
Boy, am I glad I was on boat.
I
was
call
gonna
him
say,
Jared
which
because
ship was
apparently
this
I'm
on?
thinking Jared with every name I say.
It's okay.
Jared's always on your mind.
Mm-hmm. He's a sexy mofo.
Blue eyes.
Hey, crew,
It's the bike.
Yes.
It's the bike.
which boat were you on that
okay.
this happened?
I was on the USS Wasp, LHD-1.
Oh.
I'll say this much: I'm not a bike person, but I do have I lean very heavily toward the BMW and Ducatis. So,
Bikes are beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
I agree, but I'm just not a bike person.
I've never driven one. I've ridden Cupcake on one, but I mean, I've ridden Cupcake on a few of them, but they're lovely. They're superior to cars in like every way besides carrying capacity.
And going around a corner.
Well, no.
Going around. Yes, I will stand by that because there are cars that actually almost defy gravity compared to a bike.
Even okay, you're talking about the exceptions. I'm talking about the rules, and I mean,
No,
those are
because
the cars I like. So,
well, no, because even then, I will still prefer to go through a curve at any speed on 2 wheels rather than 4.
No.
I am not asking this as a challenge. Please explain why.
There's a unique experience you get from how you can take a curve at
Lean in.
Yeah, not just the lean in. It's not just the entry phase. You can be mid corner.
The lean in is so good.
It is. That starts it, but there's just something about that whole moment where you hit the apex where your weight is being supported by just your knee and one arm. And you're just flowing through the curve. And then you start to accelerate. And you are guaranteed to be under better control, better acceleration, and have a better exhaust note from the bike leaving a corner properly than in any car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But down here in Miami,
give you that to a
people
point.
slow down to take a corner. It pisses me off. Everyone thinks they're driving a freaking semi. They're gonna come to a stop and then slowly take the turn. I'm like, what are you doing? It's a corner. Just take it. God damn.
Oh, I have scared my friends that have been riding as passengers in the cars when I take corners.
I don't know why people are so scared of a corner. It pisses me off.
It's most of the time it's America, and it's because a lot of Americans don't know how to take a corner.
Well, I think it's because the driving is not. How do I say it? I don't know. It's most people in America learn to drive in either a parking lot or the back roads, and maybe interstate. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
They are not as educated in, the truly fantastic parts of driving the curves and going, especially when it's something that's nice and windy and you're going down or up a hill.
Oh, Peter, should I end the show with my experience with one particular driver last night?
Yes.
So, for those who don't know, I do live in New England, a mere hour to 3 hours, depending on traffic, outside of Boston. I was up in New Hampshire yesterday for work, driving home at what time did I leave there? 3 o'clock? No, I left just after 4 because I had just gotten onto the nomination panel and did a little bit of that while I finished up some paperwork before getting on the road and leaving. So, getting into rush hour traffic. I leave New Hampshire, little annoyed, but overall not bad. Going through Massachusetts, getting to the south side of Boston, getting down towards Foxborough where the New England Patriots play. There is this one on-ramp that is wonderfully straight, an unobstructed view, and a nice clean lead up until you merge with the flow of traffic. I was in that rightmost lane, following the car ahead of me by, give or take, a fraction of a car length by 2 full car lengths. I could see that there was nothing in front of that car for at least another 5. I see a car on the on-ramp that should slot in beautifully right in front of that car in front of me. Take a wild guess what this motherfucker does when he gets to the end of the on-ramp.
Brakes.
Speed limit is 65 and people are going 70. Here, let me slow down to 40.
No. I would have lost it.
And cut right in front of the car that was in front of me.
I would have wailed on my horn like a motherfucker.
Right?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to do that because it wasn't the car in front of me's fault. I saw it all happen. It was the jackass in front of him.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Some people... And here was my thought at the end. 2 things. People need to learn what the actual purpose of the on-ramp is.
Right.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
2,
up to speed.
2, this was a little after dusk, so it was fully night. If you have a problem with driving at night, don't fucking do it.
No shit, right?
True.
Hard agree. But I just want to say the word hard again.
Makes me hard. Wait, what? Oh man. So Jay, whereabouts in New England you from?
I live in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. How far away is that from Concord?
Concord, Mass.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're talking where the first true shots of the Revolutionary War happened, depending on day and time of day, anywhere from an hour to 2.
Okay.
Because that's
all right.
Like, if I were to leave to go to downtown Boston right now, I would be there in just over an hour. But if this was noon, it could take anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah, when I was 15, I went to Boston for high school, but I went to college in New England, Henniker, small little town with like one flashing light on it. We're like 45 minutes from Concord. But yeah, it's different out there.
It is, and you have major metro right next to really backwoods. Like, people think of New England as the personification of nothing but New York City and Boston, and oh no, we have our own flavor of rednecks up here.
Yeah. It's weird driving there at night because you're used to seeing streetlights. Nah, not even streetlights. It's just dark roads, man. I don't know how y'all do it, but I drive stick shift. I don't know how many of y'all drive stick, but that's the only way I love to drive is with stick shift. It's the best way to feel the road, get into your corners. I love stick shift. I don't know how y'all can just do automatics. It's just weird to me.
When you're in stop and go traffic often,
do it automatically.
The automatic is so much better.
Already took it.
But doesn't that get boring though? You just brake and hit the gas, brake and hit the
Robert,
dude, get a feel for the road.
You gotta make it creative.
In certain lives though, boring is just peaceful. Sometimes we just need a break.
Amen.
Sometimes zombie mode sometimes can be very helpful.
We don't need extra excitement when we don't need it. We just need peace.
And
I mean, to be fair, to go along with that, I mean, I live in the city right now. I don't want to have a manual in the city.
I had a manual
out in the country.
By
all means, I will have a manual any day of the week in the country.
Yes.
So I had a manual in a city in San Fran, and that is not a place where that's very fun. But I do love driving a stick. It's like, I agree. It changes the way driving feels, but I totally get, like, I have an automatic, like, for my day to day. Like, it's, it's just what you need, because sometimes you don't want to be dealing with all of that.
Sometimes autopilot is just what you need.
Well, and not just that. When you're in stop and go traffic where you might move a foot in the course of 5 minutes and then take off for a couple minutes where you're going 60 and then stop again for a while, when you're sitting in the bumper to bumper dealing with the clutch in a car is annoying as hell.
Yeah.
In a car? What are you talking about? I used to drive a 4-wheel drive through the city, and and that was a stick shift, and my God, it was just so annoying. You would go through, like, just the maintenance on the clutch itself. You'd go through, you'd have to replace the clutch, a lot more regularly than you'd even have to think about servicing a transmission on an auto.
Yeah, that is another thing, and that's where I don't mind it on the bike, because the bike is actually meant for heavy-duty use on the clutch, and I know how the control of that is easier for me to modulate. And then also, now I'm not saying that I've ever filtered through traffic in Massachusetts, because that's not a legal thing that you're supposed to do.
You would never do something.
I would never do anything like that. But that is the one advantage that my prior job had over the job I have now. The only advantage that it had is I was able to leave my toolkit at one location and then ride the bike to and from work every day. I can't do that with this job because I have too much stuff to carry. And like right now, I have a 3 foot by 2.5 foot by 18-inch panel full of line reactors that is just waiting for the next opportunity for install at a customer site. And it's going to be there until the job is scheduled. That's in the back of the car. I can't carry that on the bike.
I could just imagine you pulling a trailer for that stuff.
You know, I'll say this: the 3 most enjoyable cars I've ever driven, as far as driven, was an RX-8 manual.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, even though it was in the city, but it was fun because it was one of the cars I had a chance of buying. But then we all know the bank, Navy Federal.
Oh.
Yeah, it can be kind of a bit of a douche when it comes to car loans. But the other one was a Fiat 500. That was a fun little car. Very fun little car. And then my BMW 3 Series I had.
Yeah, the 3 Series is a car that for a while I wanted, but there's really one reason why I haven't.
I hate BMWs.
The only thing
you pay more on maintenance alone.
That is the reason. The maintenance cost
Yeah.
is the only thing that has kept me from it.
I hate BMWs, but for an entirely different personal reason.
Bad
Well,
experience?
I don't
Jared
mind
will
it
know.
because I don't mind like that because I can more or less work on the car myself, even a BMW. But I just like it because they're very, very balanced rear wheel drive cars. So
Lovely.
Okay.
Well, I got to
Fun
get out of
fact.
here.
Good.
Mrs. Auditor is going to be home soon, and I need to go rub her feet. So this has been fun.
You get on that.
Wait. Are we talking? Are we talking actual feet or biblical feet?
Well, I need to go give her a massage. So what's the difference?
Oh, you need to.
He doesn't want to get whipped.
What are you massaging?
Wait a minute. No, God's Honor, you need to watch the documentary "Sex in the Bible."
Okay.
Is that Pornhub documentary?
It's
I mean,
not.
I'm just massages end in sex, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, so
Jared knows you.
the euphemism "washing of feet" that is often used in the Bible is a sexual euphemism.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Well, now I'm intrigued. All right. Well, I'm gonna go look that up. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, later.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
We're
But
getting
anyway,
to the point
fun fact.
of.
Fun fact:
Say
my
what you
BMW
want, because Jay is a
was the
terror.
first car I ever drifted, properly drifted.
All right.
Nice. All right. It is that time of night. We're going to go off air. And what other shenanigans happen? I have no fucking clue anymore because it's just been that kind of night. But hey, we didn't get to actually ranking the Dumb Fuck of the Year nominees. Perhaps.
Nah.
Perhaps
Just
we
for
will make a
anybody who's
dedicated
especially
channel.
litigious out there, I have nothing to do with this.
Perhaps we will make something on the Discord server and do a weighted voting system, almost like think of the MVP votings in most major sports, where first place gets a certain weight of it, but then it goes down through, so you could actually have someone with no first place votes actually end up as the favorite. Who knows? Look for that to be a thing. But in the meantime, and for the rest of this weekend and into next week, you guys have fun. Stay safe out there. If anything goes on, you know where you can find people. It is on the Discord server. It is through the other channels and platforms that we are all on. And does anyone else have anything they want anyone to know about besides being sad that a snake is gone from the screen?
No, I'm pouty still.
Oh, and my boob window's gone too. I'm sad.
Well, with that,
no, you guys have a great night.
I just have the GoFundMe I'm running with PayPal and Cash App too. So outside of that, just get me on Twitter or Discord, and I'll give you anyone can get really link from me.
Yay! Yes, make sure that you check out Nikki's shit, okay?
So for anyone so inclined to help someone in need with what they have going forward, Nikki has her stuff going on with links to it both in the Discord server and on her Twitter. There was another one going on that was posted by You Wished on the Discord server that is still available and worth looking into and evaluating. And not saying that anyone has to, but evaluate the situations, and if you are so inclined, reach out to the people who brought it to your attention and do the best that you can to help your fellow man. And until next time, everyone, enjoy. Give someone else a reason to smile.
I like that.
Me too.